was a frog in my throat, and I almost used my real voice, so that would have been scary. Hold on, the music's loud! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Oh my god. Hi Pear, hi Kikari, hi King, hi Perda, hi Panda, Red Panda, Bandit, hi Bio, hi Dubai, hi Pytho, hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. I missed you guys. Sorry, there's so many fries in my mouth still. I'm still chewing. I just ate my food so fucking fast because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm late. Hello, newly debuting VTuber. What is this joke? I saw you make this joke earlier, but I don't know if other people are joining you on it or if it's just like your own like real thing. Fry voice, real voice. My voice is fried. Get it? I'm eating fries. Oh, dad joke incoming. Yeah. One man band. Real. Hi leg. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. OMG, OMG. Hi, chat. If it's just a silly voice, it's there also a mod. Real. Most of Bio's jokes are their own thing, I think. Bio. Hydrate from Blake. Sure, I could do that. I'm running out of drink, though. But, hi, chat. Hi. Happy holidays if you're American. If you're not, then you're probably like, why the fuck did Spudge disappear for over a week? I know, icky, right? I didn't plan on doing it. I really wanted to stream last week, but all of my plans where I was like, okay, I'll just like squish in like a stream here and a stream here because I'm doing something later, that it just didn't work out because people would show up early or people would hang out too long or I would be out longer than I thought. Like, OMG. So on Thursday, no, it was Tuesday. So I reached out to Ajon last weekend when I was making my schedule and I was like, Ajon, can I kidnap you? Can I kidnap you? Can I put you on, can I put you in a vehicle? Can I put you in a vehicle on the way to my house? And can we hang out? And he was like, fuck yeah. And I was like, no way, you'll actually like stay at my place? And so I was like, wait, shit. I didn't think he'd say yes. Oh, okay, I guess I have Ajon next week. So I hung out with Ajon all day on Monday and Tuesday. And it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I really needed that. I love that little bug so much and I miss him. And I'm sure you guys miss him too if you guys are Ajon watchers because Ajon hasn't been streaming much of November since he's been stateside. But yeah, so I had so much fun with Ajon and then I dropped Ajon off on Tuesday night and I was gonna do my stream on like Tuesday. And so he was supposed to be, I'm trying not to tell you like how, I don't know. So I was trying to, so hard. I want to tell you guys everything. Fuck. Ajon's vehicle was late. And so we were like, oh, we have to wait a little bit in the cold. And I was shivering because I was wearing my Crocs and it was cold. And I didn't have any socks on. And I was so cold. My feet were so cold waiting for the vehicle. And I was so cold. Why you leak? I'm not leaking anything. But yeah, it was so cold. I was so cold. I was shivering my boots off. Chills, literally. I was so cold, and then so yeah, I had a really good time, and then by the time that I got home, I didn't realize that like how far I was from home, and so then I get home and I'm like, well shit, it's 10 p.m. and I said I would stream around 8. Dude, where did the time go? Where did the time fucking go? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And then, I slept in on Wednesday, but then also Papa Spudge came and was here and was like, whoa, yo, I want to hang out with my daughter. And I was like, I have to hang out with Papa Spudge. I can't stream today. I haven't seen my dad in over a year, dude. IRL. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I need to see him. I need to see him. Over a year? Yeah. He wouldn't let me come see him because he doesn't want me to see his house. He says he needs to clean it, even though he's been saying that for the last 5 fucking years, I swear. And he's just like, yeah, you can't come here. I need to clean it. I was like, so clean it because I told him, I threatened him, and I said I was gonna buy a plane ticket. I was just gonna show up, and he said he would not let me inside, and that I would just be outside. And I would be like, what the fuck, man? It was probably like 11 months for my family. I think that's standard for a lot of people. I think it's like pretty standard that you see them around like the holidays and stuff. I don't know. For me, it was never a standard because, I don't know. I'm really close with my dad. Like, I'm really, really close with my dad. I call him, like, every week, and I talk to him a lot, and he raised me by himself, and I don't know. I'm really close with my dad. Like, I could... Dude, okay, a little bit of a TMI, but, like, I'm so close with... I don't know if this is normal whatsoever, so any of the women in my chat, let me know if this is normal. There's a bit of a TMI, but I could talk about my girly time of the month with my dad. Like, that's how close we are. And I don't think that's normal. I don't think that's normal. You know, I feel like typically that's like a mother-daughter thing, you know? Nah, that's normal. Okay, never mind. I'm full of shit. I didn't think that was normal. I didn't think that was normal. I didn't think that was normal. But yeah. Yeah, I got to see my dad. I was with my family, and then, what is the thing? What? I'm trying to remember what I did on Friday. I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. What the hell? Dude, my sister... So, I let my sister track my location. Does anybody else do that? Does anybody else let, like, a family member track their location? Because my sister tracks my fucking location, dude. She has... Okay, I didn't think this was normal either. My sister one day asked me, and she said, can I track your location? I'm a bit, like, anal, and, like, when you're on your way to my house, I like to, like, kind of, like, check the ETA and stuff, but then also, like, I don't know, I worry about you, like, living alone, you're my baby sister, and I was like, okay, I get that. I actually do understand that. You know, I get that. She worries about me. I'm gonna cough up a lung. Hold on. Okay, I did it. I coughed up the lung. Okay, 1 lung down. 6 more to go. Okay, so, yeah. And then I hung out with my sister, and she was tracking me on Thanksgiving Day. And, how many fries? 7. And she was tracking me on Thanksgiving Day, and she was like, oh, I want you... I literally went into Moopy's Discord, and I was like, is this fucking normal, guys? Like, when the fuck do you guys show up to Thanksgiving? And they all said when the food is there. I show up right before the food is served. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought too. But my sister was like, your dad is here. We should all hang out. We should hang out all day together. And I was like, I don't want to show up at noon. She told me I should show up at noon. And I was like, bitch, I wake up at 2 p.m. I'm not showing up at noon. I'm not showing up at noon. I wake up at 2 p.m. In my case, I'm there the entire day. But I think you traveled. You traveled. It's different. If you traveled, you're stuck there. You're stuck there with him. But for me, she's not that far, you know. Hi, Lividum. Hi. She's far enough, though. I'll tell you that. She's far enough. But yeah. Who's this freak? I'm SpongeyBuns. Hi, Aluminum. But yeah, my sleep schedule's booked right now. So, I show up. They're all excited. They're also, like, fucking They're like, I told you to show up at noon and you showed up at like 4 p.m. And I was like, dude, you should be thanking me. Also, I forgot the rolls. My sister asked me to bring rolls. I forgot the rolls. You know what I did bring? Pie. I brought my sister and the whole family the crumble cookie pies, and it was a hit. It was a hit. Everybody loved them. It was a hit. It was a hit. It's crumble. It was good. It was good. It was a hit. Everybody really liked it. Everyone really liked it. I liked that there was like 6 different flavors for everyone to have. But it was so good. It was so good. And then I also brought soda. I also brought soda. It was really funny because I brought Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is for me, so I didn't bring that many. My sister's a bit of a Coke girl. She likes Coca-Cola. And so when I brought the Dr. Pepper, she was like, wait, someone's DMing me. Okay. That's a good DM. That's a good DM. Anyways, so I brought the Dr. Pepper, and my sister was like, OMG, bring me a Dr. Pepper. That sounds so good. Yeah, my sister's a bit of a Coke girl. You get it. Those Cali girls and their Coke. And so she was like, wait, you brought Coke. Sorry, Coke. I'm Coke brain now. You brought Dr. Pepper? You brought Dr. Pepper? I want one. And I was like, what? I brought these for me. I'll share. But this is new. She was like, yeah, a Dr. Pepper sounds so good right now. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who are you? I don't know, like, any soda drinkers in the chat that, like, if you have like a favorite soda, do you ever want a different soda? Because I used to really like Sprite. Sprite was my favorite soda. Almost my entire, like, youth. Sprite was my favorite soda, but when I became an adult, I like Dr. Pepper for some reason. I started liking Dr. Pepper. I drink all kinds of pop. Soda. Hi, W. Hi. Twitch recommended you to me, so hi. Yo, what's up? I hope you enjoy your stay. If not, I get it. It's a bit crazy in here. But yeah. Pop. Now. Wait, I'm gonna sneeze. Anyways. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you for the curses. Yeah, so I was like, damn, I didn't bring a lot of Dr. Pepper, but it should work out. I think it worked out. I don't think I ran out. I don't know. Oh my goodness. And then I made a mistake. The other reason why I was a little bit late to Thanksgiving dinner was because I went to the grocery store that day. I went to the grocery store and I thought that everybody would be done. I thought everybody would be done and that it wouldn't be like crowded whatsoever. The lines were in the aisles. The lines were in the back. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. The lines were to the back. The lines were in the aisles. The lines were scary. They were so scary. I'm a big fan of anything cherry, vanilla, or Sprite adjacent. Oh my god. Wait, oh my god, I have something to tell you after this chat. Remind me to tell you about the peanut. Okay, we'll talk about the peanut after I'm done with stories. But yeah, and so the peanut. That took a while. The line took a while. I was trying to find painkiller. I couldn't find any painkiller, and I gave up. And I was like, I'm sure my sister will have painkiller. Okay, does anybody anxious about medicine like I am? Okay, so I had to get painkiller when I showed up to Thanksgiving. And when I want painkiller, I want to take something that I've taken before and that I know. So I don't like taking medicine. It freaks me the fuck out if I've never had it before. Because I gotta, like, understand, like, what's up, you know? So when I showed up to my sister, I was like, can I have, she was like, oh, you need painkiller? Yeah, what do you want? And I was like, can I have Tylenol? Do you have Tylenol? And she was like, yeah, I have Tylenol. So she hands me something that's not Tylenol. And I was like, this isn't Tylenol. And she was like, oh, but it's like Tylenol. And I was like, Advil? No, it wasn't Advil, because I'd take Advil too. I like Advil. Oh, Tylenol is just the name brand. Yeah, but it needs to say Tylenol, otherwise I'm gonna freak the fuck out! Ibuprofen. I genuinely don't know what it was. I genuinely don't know what it was. Relax. Okay, you relax. I'm a freak. I need to know what it is. It's all the same. No, it's not. I didn't know. It smelled funny. It smelled funny. It smelled funny. Anyways. Oh, that's a word. I'm gonna try to say it. Acetaminophen. Did I say it right? Acetaminophen. Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. I thought I did pretty good. Acetaminophen. 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 Yeah. Yep. But yeah. And so, I freaked out and I was like, she told me to take 2. I took 1 because I was freaking out. I was like, I think it worked for a little bit, the painkiller. I think it did work, but I was in a lot of pain. So then, I hung out with them. I have a story for you guys. I have a story for you. So I show up to Thanksgiving and my dad's so excited to see me and he's so happy. He hasn't seen me in a very long time. And he was like, daughter, I have something to show you. I have something to show you. And he was like, I'm happy to eat the turkey that your sister made, but, I am making a tri-tip steak in the backyard on the smoker. And I was like, okay, let me see. So I come outside and he shows me the steak he's been working on all day. He's super proud of it. And he was like, should be another hour and this bad boy will be done. Hello, Bebop. And this bad boy will be done. And I was like, okay. And so I was being a nice person. And I am genuinely, I'm not just trying to be nice. I was genuinely interested. I was like, okay, how did you cook it? And he was explaining like the smoker to me. And he was explaining how he was gonna use the, it was like a half smoker, half like, propane grill. And he was like, I'm gonna light the propane at the end. And I'm gonna like, cook it at really high heat to get it crispy. Okay, but until then, we're smoking it at low heat. I was like, okay, sounds good, Dad. And so then, all is good. And Thanksgiving dinner is coming out. The turkey comes out, and my sister's kids come up to the turkey. And it was like black on the outside, and they were like screaming and hollering. They're like, you burned it! You burned it! You burned the turkey! You ruined Thanksgiving, Mom! It's so funny. And my sister was like, holy shit, no, I didn't. Oh my god, it just looks that way. There's a lot of spices on this thing, man. And they were like, oh. Okay. And so we have dinner. And as we're having dinner, my dad is like going back and forth. He was like, yeah, the tri-tip is still not ready yet, but I'll go back and forth while eating to check on it. And so he was doing that the entire time, and he was really good about it. And then after dinner was over, he was like, okay, daughter, come get me in 2 minutes. I'm outside. Come get me in 2 minutes, and I'll get another beer. Or bring me a beer. And I said, okay, sure. And so I swear I waited 2 minutes. I swear I waited 2 minutes, okay? Tri-tip on Thanksgiving is such a Cali thing to do. Is it really? Is it really? Oh my goodness. Well, me and my dad are both Cali born and raised, so that makes sense. That makes sense. So apparently my dad got impatient, and he comes inside and he was like, I'm just gonna get the beer myself. It's okay. Like, he wasn't mad at me at all. He was like, hey, you took too long. I'm gonna get my own beer. And I was like, okay. And so my dad is like talking to me, drinking his beer, and then all of a sudden, dude, all of a sudden, my sister's husband comes in, very not panicked whatsoever. It goes, Spudgy's dad, the grill's on fire. And I didn't think anything of it because I thought, okay, grills make fire. Grills make fire. I didn't think anything of it. And so he went into the garage, came out with a fire extinguisher, and I was like, oh, we're serious. Oh, we're serious. This thing's on fire. This thing's really on fire. And so we all run outside, and the flames were over the roof. Okay, the flames were over the roof, and I was like, holy fucking shit, this grill really is on fire. Wow. And it was so bright outside. It was so bright outside because, like, there's no lights outside or anything. My dad was grilling in the fucking dark. And yeah, trying to start the next California wildfire, swear. And so my dad and my sister's husband pause because, okay, my dad has been cooking this tri-tip all day, and he wants to save the steak. He wants to save the steak. And so these two men are just paused, looking at each other like, what do we do? If we spray it with the fire extinguisher, the chemicals will ruin the steak. We can't eat it. But sadly, my sister's, it's his house. He saw how close the fire was to the roof and the house itself because the grill is just pushed up against the house. And he made the sad call that I think was the right call. It is that he sprayed it and he put out the fire. They cut the propane. And they had to ruin the steak, you know? I can actually show you guys a picture. Hold on. Let me get the picture of it. I took a picture of the steak. Afterwards, there was propane. Yeah, so I don't know what had happened exactly. I don't even know if my dad got to the propane part of the journey. He was going to hit the propane at the end, but yeah, that was another issue with the fire, is that obviously the fire is going upwards, but the propane tank is under the grill. If it was a charcoal grill, it was fine. It was a half charcoal, half propane grill. It was like a half and half. But yeah. Let me try to get the picture for you guys. I put it in IRL section. Oh yeah. Okay, I have to rotate it for you guys. Give me a second. Alright, chat. I'm gonna put this in the live chat, okay? I'm gonna put you in the live chat. So, yeah. My brother-in-law sprayed it. And we still took the steak out. And we put the steak on the dinner table like it was a fucking trophy. Like it was a fucking trophy. We all were just staring at this thing. Yes, it's going to be in live chat. Check it out. Here's the steak after the whole ordeal. So that you know the Spongy story is true. I didn't make it up. There really was a fire. There really was a fire. And yeah. And I'll admit, so my sister never came out this entire time. Consider it well done. Very much so. Very much so. So my sister would never went outside this entire time because she was inside with the kids. She was inside with the kids. And I should honestly post that picture on Twitter and be like, rate my Thanksgiving steak. I made tri-tip. So it was cute. So I go inside to tell my sister that it was taken care of and that my dad and her husband were being so fucking funny, dude. They were so funny. Okay? So My dad is so fucking sad, dude. You can tell that he's trying to hold it in how sad he is because it's Thanksgiving. But he was so sad. He was so fucking sad. And he's just like, man, I'm so sorry. I need to give my brother-in-law a name, my sister's husband, because it's so hard. I keep almost saying his name, but should give him a name. We should give him a name. Trying to think. Because we got Papa Spudge. That's really easy to remember. Not Papa Buns. He was so sad, chat. He was so fucking sad. Oh my gosh. The dude. The in-law. Real. Number 4? Number 4! Wait, what's that emote say? NPC? He is not an NPC. I have a very small family, so every single member is important. Okay? Anyways, so my dad was really sad, and he was apologizing to the brother-in-law because he was like, hey man, I'm so sorry. Like, I went inside and I just looked away from it for even a split second to get a beer and talk to my daughter. I'm really sorry about it, man. It's my fault. And my brother-in-law was like, no, Papa Spudge, I'm sorry. It's my grill. I should have cleaned it. It was probably caused by a grease fire. You know, it's probably my fault. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. And my dad goes, no. It's my fault. It's my fault because I'm a guest in your house and I was borrowing your grill and I should have been more careful about it. And they were just going back and forth with each other, just being... They were both so sad. And I go inside to tell my sister and I was like, they're being so cute right now, dude. And so my sister comes out and she joins them. Wow. And my dad was like, okay, guys, okay. It's getting a little Disney on me, okay? I get it. The power of family and love. It's gonna be okay, but I'm glad you guys are being so positive and cutely about this. The power of family. But yeah. So then, I went home that night so I could sleep in my own bed. They asked me to stay the night. I'm gonna admit they wouldn't have liked that because I stay up until like fucking the sun comes up and they wouldn't like me like that. Plus I want my computer, man. So I went home that night and I was kind of like on Friday I definitely probably could have streamed, but the issue with my dad is that he likes me to be on call, right? He likes me to be on call. Like, if he calls me and says he's coming to come see me, like, I have to be ready in 30 minutes. He's so fucking annoying and prima donna about that type of thing. So I was waiting all day on Friday to see if he wanted to, like, hang out with me, right? So then, he calls me, and he's like, okay, we're gonna hang out all day Saturday. So that's what we did. We hung out all day yesterday, and it was so much fun. It genuinely was so much fun. I love seeing my dad. I'm gonna cry. I love seeing my dad. I haven't seen him in a long time. I definitely am like, I don't know. Wow. Super close to him. Why am I emotional? Stop, I'm gonna cry. Wow. And, yesterday, as funny as it is, yesterday we went to a steakhouse. And we got a steak and we shared it, and we also got some ribs and we shared those as well. And then Papa Spudge got to see his third daughter, MEEEEEE. And so we got to hang out with Boopy too, and Boopy got to get dinner with us, and it was really nice. And it was really cute. And my dad is a bit, how do I explain? Not shy. He's not shy, but he doesn't like to go out of his box. Like, he had plans to see me and me only. But I was like, not only have you not seen me in a long time, like, you haven't seen Moopy in a long time. And Moopy and my dad are close. They're like They're like actual like father-daughter sometimes. Because habitual is a really good way to explain it. Yeah, he likes his routine, and he wants his routine to be what he expects it to be, right? So him going to a steakhouse and him meeting up with Moopy wasn't part of his plans for coming out. Hold on, I'm gonna cough up a lung again. You want to hear me cough up a lung? Let us listen? Ew, dude, you guys are gross. No way. But yeah, but we had a really good steak and food and stuff. And Boopy ate a bunch of corn. She ate a bunch of corn. Wow. Spongy won't let us hear her cough? No, hell no. Icky. But yeah. Had a lot of fun. Had good dinner. What about a burp? Only on accident. I'll probably let you guys hear me burp. My one thing is I'm scared of getting on one of those like burp compilations for the burp kink guys. Because I've seen my friends get onto those burp compilations, and those people, I don't want to be on a kinky burp compilation, man. What the fuck? You sickos. You sickos. So you hate publicity. I hate bad publicity. What the hell? I don't want a bunch of the burp kink community to come to my fucking stream and be like, Spongy, can you please give me another one of... Come on, that last one was so guttural. Hello? Huh, that's a thing? Everything's a thing. I followed for the burp. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm good. I like my community. Like, you guys can continue to grow, and I want you guys to continue to grow, but stay the way that you are now. You guys are perfectly freaky enough for me, okay? We don't need anything else. Okay? You guys are good the way you are. Okay? Here's my one compliment. You guys are good the way that you are. I like the way you guys are. Stay the same. Maybe call me a furry less, okay? I'm not a furry, I'm a furry fucker. Get it right. So we had a really good time, and the entire car ride home, my dad was gonna just drop me off, and then he was gonna go back to my sister's place to spend the night, and then go home the next day. So my dad, the entire drive home, he was like, thank you so much for pushing me to go get dinner and pushing me to go see Boopy. I had a really good time seeing her. It was really good to see her. I'm glad that she's doing so good because me and Boopy do the same thing. And so we were just talking about my job and her job. And yeah, and he was really happy to see Boopy. Very, very good. Very cutely. Yeah, we just talked about family, and then I started getting emotional because I was like, okay, I'm gonna say goodbye to my dad, and I don't know when I'm gonna see him next time. My dad has surgery in a month, and I don't know what, like, I don't know what the fucking, the recovery time is gonna be for that, you know? So we don't know. It all depends on if the surgery goes well and if his healing goes well as too, right? Right? Go see him again. He is so anal, and he doesn't let me go see him. He has to come see me. Yes. Ambush him. He'll kill me, Chad. You don't understand. But yeah. As soon as he dropped me off and he drove away, I stood on the sidewalk and I was waving, and he drove away. I started bawling. And I'm gonna cry again right now because I'm getting teary-eyed. I started bawling. I walked into my place, I picked up toast, I started crying like a little baby. I would cry. I was crying so hard. Also, Presto, you DM'd me a question. The answer is yes to your question. Yes, yes, yes. But the issue, Presto, is that chat's gonna freak out if they don't have like their regular emotes, like wah and stuff. So it's a little hard. It's a little hard. I don't know how you're gonna do it without making them upset. Presto wants to switch over to the holiday version of the emote set. I haven't seen my father in 10 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I say do it. Oh, you're recreating it? Oh, yes, Presto. Yes, 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 then. Yes, yes, yes. They'll love that. They'll love that. But yeah. My Christmas tree is up. My little toast decoration is up. Oh my goodness. It was so funny. Yesterday, I walked outside and my neighbor was like, hey, are you gonna put Christmas lights up? Everybody's doing it. You should do it. Oh my gosh. Get one of these. What's that? Bitch, is that an armpit? Chat, type 1 if you like armpits. Not the peer pressure. I know. I'm down to do Christmas lights, but, you know. We got some ones. We got some ones in the chat. We got some honest people in the chat, you know? But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, I was a big baby. I was a big baby. I'm sad. I'm gonna miss my dad. He texted me, right before stream started, and he's home now. He drove home today. He had to drive all day because my dad is from out of state. No, he lives out of state now. No more California, Dad. Where? But even if it's like a drive where you should probably take a plane, which is definitely his situation, he will drive. He likes driving. He doesn't like planes. I can't remember I think, honestly, chat, I don't think my dad's ever taken a plane in my lifetime. The entire time I've been alive, he's never taken a plane, I don't think. He doesn't like them. He doesn't like them. He doesn't fucking like them. I think the last time that he took a plane, I think it was when Grandma Buns said bye-bye. Maybe that explains you. Oh! My anxiety is a direct inheritance from my father. My father is such an anxious person, dude. Chats, you have no idea how undiagnosed this man is. He got diagnosed with anxiety in his fucking late age, man. Oh my goodness. No, I am a direct inheritance of him. And my stomach issues are a direct inheritance of my mother. It's awesome. It's so cool. I don't understand genetics. I feel like when you mix like some bad genetics, maybe the child should have all the good parts. But no, I got all the bad. I got all the bad. Dude, the only thing that I inherited that is like awesome is I didn't inherit. So all the women in my family are flat as fuck. But not me, man. I got boobalides. Yeah! W! Genetics be that way sometimes, real. It probably just means if my dad was born a girl, he might have had big boobalides. Where's my 7 feet jeans? Dude, that too. Everybody in my family is fucking giants, dude. But I'm not a giant. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, dude. Everyone else is a fucking giant. Why not me? Why not me? My dad is... Wait. I don't know. He's either 6'3" or 6'4". How tall are you guys? And then my mom? I think she's 5'11". She's pretty tall too. Yeah, I think so. Or 5'10". No, she's 5'10". 5'10", I remember, because 5'11" is the height to be a model, and she was just below it, and she couldn't be a model because she was too short. So you're 4'11"? No. I'm 6'4". Duh. Idiots. Surely. Real. Oh, guess who's on the holo list now? This Spudge. This Spudge is on the holo list now. Eat poopy. I'm on the holo list. Hold on, I'm typing SpongeyBuns so I can look at it. Just say you hate us. Why would I say that? What does this have to do with the conversation? What the hell? What does this have to do with the conversation? Dude, I low-key wish, though. I low-key wish I did, there was, like, a way that I could have done, like, a Q&A with you guys and my dad. I feel like you guys would have loved that, you know? I feel like you guys would have loved that. Or maybe not. Maybe you guys don't give a fuck. But it seems like whenever I talk about my dad, you guys get excited. They're happy. Can we ask anything? Yeah, literally. I could still give you guys a bunch of questions for my dad to answer, and I'll just ask him someday. And I'll tell you his answers, but I don't think there's a way to get him on Discord. You know? I don't think there's a way to get him on Discord. Left or right? What? What does that mean? He will know. I forgot about you, JK. What the hell? What the fucks? That's so mean. Can you ask him how to fix a transmission? Wouldn't that be like a long answer? He'll probably tell you to Google it. He'll be like, unless you're like here in person with me, I can't teach you how to fix a transmission, idiot. Who are you? I'm gonna cry. Stop. I'll be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. I'll cry. Ah! I dropped it. Sorry. Thanks. Thanks, man. I was playing VR chat the other day, chat. I was playing VR chat the other day, and I like to go to Public Worlds a lot. I fucking love Public Worlds, and this person comes up to me, and they were like, oh. Wow. Spuggy's back. I miss Spudgy. It's been so long. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm like fighting a fart right now. OMG, I'm also trying to fart. I'm trying to fight a fart. Hi, Cat but let me give you VIP. A VIP. Cat Mom. TM. Yay! OMG, twinsies real. But yeah. OMG, yippee. Yay! Yippee. So what was I talking about? Dude, I got fucking distracted by a fart. What the hell? Scratchy, awkward. Oh, yes. Okay, so there is a discount on subs and it ends, and it's a free discount from Twitch. And so let me see the details of it. Do they take the split? If not, it's totally fine if they do. But we do definitely need to raise like the amount of subs of November because I haven't been streaming too much. Did they take away the 1,000 subs already? Did they take it away? Wait, I never got to do the joke and be like, give me 1,000 subs. It's greedy as fuck, but,
Yes.
They took it away? They did temporarily? Are they gonna bring it back? Dude, that shit's so funny. I think it's like... something about how it was distributing the subs. Oh, what was it doing wrong? What was it doing wrong? I don't know that. I don't know. IMO, I hope they don't. What are your guys' honest to gosh thoughts about it? What are your honest to gosh thoughts about it? It's crazy to go from 200 to 1,000. To be fair, if you go from 200 to 1,000, you were able to write in like 500, right? You were able to dropping 5,000 like that. Yeah, 5,000 is a heck of a lot of monies. A heck of a lot of monies. And I almost... Huh? Okay. Who is gifting 1K? I think, if you want to, sure. But if you want to directly support your streamer and you love them so much that you're going to gift them 1,000 subs, unless they're doing a subathon, a donation is probably better. Because... oh, wow, really, Pear? Okay, that's interesting. That is a large jump then. I thought you could write in 500. Because... I don't know, like, if you're going... like, gifting 5 subs is, like, good, right? Like, a bunch of people will get subs, and they also... I don't know. Yeah, just donate the 5K instead to get more of the cut. Yeah, because the more that you do it, the more the cut, like, actually affects you. Right? Imagine someone gifting 1,000 tier 3. Could someone do that? Twitch tried to undo what Clancy said. What did Clancy say? I don't know. I've been gone. I really have been touching grass. I've barely been on my computer. I've really been touching grass. On someone's stream, don't remember whose videos, it's better to directly donate. Oh. No, I agree. I agree with Clancy on that one, but... wait, whoa, who's the blue thing? I don't remember following. Stop! Anyways.
Fish, fish, fish.
Why is everyone so mean? They hate me.
Fish. Fish.
Oh, you play along when they do it. Well, that's fish, not you, Bio. Hello? Wow. Hello? I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders, chat. Oh my goodness, nobody reminded me about the peanut. I have been playing a lot of Arc Raiders and I've been watching a lot of Burnt Peanut. And so I've noticed that some of the way that I am speaking is like him because I've been watching so much of him. You didn't even finish the VR chat story. I was waiting. Fuck, what was the VR chat story? What was the VR chat story? Oh, right! So I was in VR chat, and I was in a public world, and I had someone come up to me, and they go, OMG, your thing says, use code SPONGY. Use code SPONGY. Are you a content creator? And I go, no. I just asked for a code, and they gave it to me. And he was like, I don't believe you. And so he looked me up and he goes, oh my god, you are a content creator, holy crap. And he was just following me around. He didn't fucking know who the fuck I was. He didn't fucking know who I was, but he was just following me around, trying to make jokes at me, trying to make me laugh, I guess, trying to get my attention. And so I checked his bio in VR chat, and I was like, ooh. This is a child. This is a child. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for that guy. If he comes to the channel, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kid. It's gonna have to be a ban. You checked his what? Sounds like child behavior. It very much was so. It very much was so. You know? Like, I'm in a public space. I understand children exist in public spaces. I'm not entitled to a child-free public space. I understand that. And I wasn't in, like, a 18-plus world, like, whatsoever. I was in, like a fucking has-been hotel world. There's definitely children there. Is has-been hotel 18-plus? I don't think it is. I think it's, like, mature, like 13-plus rated. I think it is 13-plus, like, rating. Like, PG-13. You know? There might be enough swearing. I mean, yeah, I definitely think it's like a 13-plus, you know. But yeah. Ugh, does everyone got a bio? What's wrong with a bio? TV mature. What does that mean? So does that mean like 18 plus? Or is it just be mature? Call it. You know? It's like 18 plus overall, but some episodes are 16 plus. Ah, it's by episode. Hi, Cito, by the way. Hi, Cito. I don't know if I said hi to you. I'm so sorry. So sorry. All right, chat. I have to use the restroom real quick. So entertain each other. Entertain each other. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back. I'm back. Wait, hold on. Let me grab an... I have my bag of hand sanitizers here. I need to grab a new one. Let me get a new one. All right. I got a holiday one. I got a holiday one. Doc, thank you so much for the tier 3. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah. I do want to push some sub incentives for today while it's 35% off. Also, just to get that, I haven't been streaming a lot in November, just to get that fucking, I don't know. We gotta do a little bit of e-begging. Have you guys ever seen that Bow clip that was like, please subscribe! Please! This is all I have! Clip is so funny. Mafia thon time? Yeah, I'll play Mafia. I love Mafia. Hold on. Dude, this hand sanitizer smells awesome! Which one? Tis the Season. Tis the Season. I like this one. This is like one of their, famous holiday ones. It smells really good. What is it? It's like, I can get it. I almost want to say cinnamon, but it's not quite. Pine cone cinnamon. It's like pine cone cinnamon. Like cinnamon pine cones. I got it. It's pine cone. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Dude. Yeah. We're gonna be working on a lot of recording for extra red apple, ground, and clove. Fuck! It was apple. You're right. It was fucking red apple. It was red apple, not pine cone. I thought it was so smart. It was apple. You're right. It's good though. Okay. We need to do a little bit of React Andy tonight. And then we need to... I don't know. I low-key want to hear your guys' holiday stories, but if you guys don't have that many holiday stories, like, that's A-okay. I know that the holidays are, like, amazing for everyone. And so, like, if you had holidays and it wasn't amazing for you, I'm very, very sorry. I wish I could have streamed, and I hope you guys watched Boopy that day. Just so that you guys had somebody to hang out with, because I know it could be sad. I know it could be rough. Especially, like, I'm an LGBT streamer. My family doesn't know I'm LGBT. I don't talk about it. I've only ever told my sister, and I'm sure the holidays would be a lot harder if I were more honest about it with my family. You know? So I get it. I just played video games. Fire. Fire. I don't know. I think that my life would be... I think they would be more, like, weirded out by it. It'd be like... I don't know. Like, coming out as pan is definitely a lot easier than coming out as, like, you know, fully gay, fully lesbian, right? Because, I think a lot of times, like, with family, like, when you come out as pan or bi, they're like, oh, at least you're half straight, you know? Like, obviously some family doesn't care, but, like, everybody's gonna, like, deal with, like, hardships in life. If somebody in life is gonna have a fucking problem with that, you know? It sucks, and somebody in life is going to have a problem with it. But I feel like there's, like, a lot of, like, tolerance for bisexuals and pansexuals because they're like, well, I could deal with half of you, so, like, whatever, you know? And I think it would be a very similar situation in, like, my family of, like, not understanding and being like, wait, what? Ally. But yeah, it's hard. So if you dealt with that during the holidays and you had some hardships, my heart's out to you. You're braver than me if your family knows. Because I've never come out to my family. I've tried actually coming out to my mother, and that's like a big problem I've had with my mother, is that she just said, no, you're not. She's just in denial. She didn't believe me. She didn't fucking believe me. As a fellow kitchenware enthusiast that will never come out to your family, I feel you. Yeah, I'm like at a point in my life that unless I'm introducing like a femme presenting woman, or like that unless I'm presenting like somebody like with she her pronouns, like there's no reason to tell my family, you know? That's basically where I'm at, you know? If she identifies she her, then I would tell my family, or even they them. Then I would be like, okay, yeah, this has been a thing like my entire life. Just so you know, this isn't new. That's like another thing, is that they would probably be like, whoa, where did this come from? They think it's so new when it's like not new whatsoever, right? Sorry, I'm rubbing chapstick all over my face. Oh, you're poly? I actually have never met anyone that's like directly in my life that is poly. That's interesting. I meet them on VR chat a lot. But I feel like, oh my goodness. Dude, okay, here's me complaining a little bit. I feel like a lot of people like on VR chat that label themselves as poly aren't actually poly. Do you know what I mean, chat? Do you know what I mean by that? They don't actually know what it means to be poly. That's nodding. You're 100% right. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. You spitting, dude. Swingers cosplaying as poly? That'd be one way to word it, yeah. That's the most true thing you've said. Real. Oh, if you want me to actually spit, about like VR chat propaganda and shit like that, here's another one. Very similar. I feel like a lot of straight men do some pretty gay things in VR chat, but they're still not gay because they're okay with it, because as long as you're wearing a female model, you know? But it's either like a gay man in disguise that's in denial, or they just truly don't believe the difference of like doing sexual things with another man. As long as it's like in a woman avatar, it's not gay. You know, at the end of the day, sexuality is like what you make of it, right? So like if you are a straight man and you do things with another man and he wears a female avatar and you truly think like you aren't gay, like, hey man, it's your life, you know? And it's the way, however you want to identify your sexuality is the way that it shall be identified. People cannot tell you how to identify yourself, because like a lot of ways, when I talk about my sexuality, I like to just like say like I'm a gay/queer person, but a lot of times like I don't like to use like those labels because sometimes people say them in like a very derogatory way, and I don't like people being derogatory towards me. Like, you know, like those are my words. And so I do just say pan, because like when it comes to my sexuality, I literally just say I like people, you know, like I just like people. I could like anyone, right? But straight men are the gayest people in existence if they have it out. Dude. Facts. People. Gender isn't a factor, personality and vibes are real. I used to, when I was growing up, I used to say that I was, oh my goodness, what was the term for it? I'm so bad. I used to be so good. I used to be part of like the fucking LGBT club, in school, but I forget how I even labeled myself. Dude, I'm so bad. Why can't I think of it? What can I think of it? It's on the top of my head. The sexuality where you are attracted to personality and never like looks. What is it? What is it? A gooner? No! The opposite. Demi! Demi. Thank you, Sammy. Demi. I used to identify as Demi, but I definitely, like, had attraction. Then I experienced attraction to people that was, like, very physical, and I was like, okay, this is a physical, like, attraction and a physical, like, relationship. Like, I'm not Demi, you know? But that's, like, that's probably, like, when I started to just be like, okay, I'm just gay, dude. Like, I don't really care about like the label. Particularly I'll represent the pansexual flag because it's the most like me flag that there is out there, but you know, yeah. I actually, oh my goodness, I mean, yeah, of course, Bio, of course everybody has preferences. To deny preferences is to just be a liar. I don't know. I think everybody truly has preferences. There's no way. Like, I'm pan, but I say say I'm bi because I like the colors better? Oh my god, so true, so true. Actually, so true. Listen, I'm so bad with the flags that I thought you were showing me the bisexual flag right now, and I thought that was the pansexual flag. I'm so bad with flags. I have a preference for bios mom. Me too. Is there one for a gooner? I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Huh?
I burp. It's all fuck bios mom real. Hunter, thank you so much for the sub. 2 years. Thank you, thank you. Wait. Hunter Demi, do I have you friended in VR chat? I swear I see someone with your username like every weekend. Do I have you in VR chat? Yes. Okay, I see you like every weekend. I haven't seen you every weekend. I'm always just like... I see them all the time. Why do I see them all the time? I say hi to you when I see you. Sorry. Hey, Bri. Hello. Yeesh. I got a, wow, this fucking hand sanitizer is like opening up my sinuses. It's like actually kind of amazing. This one's so strong. This one is so strong. So strong. But yeah. Okay, let's get into a little bit of Reaction Andy before the end of the night. I didn't plan on doing a super long Sunday stream or anything. But I did have, some shit to do. You guys want to do a Gooner VR chat stream sometime? I want to do like a Gooner VR chat stream where I do a little bit of shaky shake on Twitch. Oh yeah, Peanut story. I mean, it's not much of a story. It's that I've just been watching a lot of Peanut, and that I've noticed that I've been kind of excellent raid, everyone, excellent raid. And I just been fucking speaking like him, just a little bit. I'm a bit of a fan. It's been a long time since I've like been fully into a streamer, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a fucking fan. I'm a fan. He's so funny. He's so funny. I love him. He's so fucking funny. So if you notice anything, you can call me out and be like, you're speaking like Peanut Sponge. You're speaking like Peanut. If it's in like Arc Raiders, like when I play Arc Raiders, it's over. It's over. I fucking use so much like Peanut speak. Hi, madam. Hi. How are you? All right. Let's open up YouTube. I have a couple videos to watch. I have a call out. OMG, Sunday call outs? What is your call out, Sammy? What is your call out? Make sure it's not actual drama. Smudgy is an alien. God damn it. God damn this bitch. I am not. You guys want to watch a Minecraft video and react to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think Wiffles came out with another video. No, he didn't. Okay, hold on. Is it more Minecraft horror? No. Have you seen the 1,000-player Civilization videos? No. Wait! Why I have something to react to? It won't be in the YouTube video, but I have something to react to. Wait! Chat, check this out! Check this fucking out! Check this out! Once we get up there.
To be gods. It's not what heaven is.
Yeah!
It's what it could be with new management in charge, like you and me. Once we get up there and snag that angelic throne, our unholy trinity could make their realm our own. We'll pack up all their piety and redecorate. Bet our tower would look powerful with pearlier gates. Once we get up there, up to the promised land, 100 billion souls await our every command. We're the biggest fish in hell, how about we upgrade the bowl? It's time for growth, let's rule a boat, take total control. Think of all your dreams that could come true. Even the wet ones. Yeah, those two, imagine what it could enable.
You hate growling?
Yes, a heavenly host that bows to none but us. I can have hot new angels sing.
Tear off their wings and make them dresses.
And what's best is
That dumb princess showed us the way.
to make those haloed cabronas pay. And once we're gods, I can't wait to say to everyone who doubted me, your doubting days are done. You'll be cornered, trapped, and tortured. Then I'll end you just for fun.
It ruins the song.
Once we get up there, the shining kingdom of God. No more petty squabbles with the dead as we stroll the golden promenade. What's an overlord to a deity? They ain't got a prayer.
It'll be so nice in paradise.
With a splash of ice,
They
they'll
didn't
be the
make a
prize.
velvet,
Blue skies
dude.
from up on high. Once and I get up there. They're fucked.
No, I just fucking was. That's awesome. That was awesome. Da 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 da. Do you guys think I could watch the YouTube video that says, "Can I beat Minecraft while beating myself?" and they're like jerking off?
Yes.
Wow.
Once. You can watch it one time. You can get away with it probably one time. Maybe even during. Maybe even like during it will be taken away, you know? Maybe it'll get taken away. Damn. Okay, I'll save it for another time. I'll save it for another time. We said no last time. Okay, I thought maybe you would forget. Maybe you'd let me get away with it. Maybe you'd let me get away with it. I'm trying to find the video I saw the other day. Oh, found it.
Hello there.
Okay. I saw this video the other day, chat, and so today we're gonna be reacting to... I got hired to watch over a server that doesn't exist. I literally have no idea what this one is also about, but I really like the last Minecraft video that we watched together, so I thought maybe you'd like this one too, okay? Maybe you like this one too. Maybe you like it.
We are reaching out following a form where you indicated interest in the following role.
Server watchdog.
We would love to offer you $4 per hour spent watching
I
over
also
the
enjoyed
following
it so
server.
much.
This screenshot is the banner image for a channel named Cashing Checks, but according to the player, Cash, he never filled out a form and has no idea how these people got his email. But out of curiosity, Cash decides to log on and check out this server. Cash loads in for his first night shift and is met with some signs welcoming him to the Outlook SMP. Now, the text on the signs seems to be a bit messed up, perhaps from like the server being upgraded from an older version. However, nothing else seems to be all too messed up. At least that is until... All right, I see exactly why this server needs some admin. It has been griefed to high hell. You would think though that if Cash is supposed to admin for the server, he should probably have creative mode, maybe some operator perms, but instead he seems to be forcibly stuck in survival mode. But this doesn't really matter because no one appears to be online and Cash is pretty much free to explore wherever he wants. As he explores this main area, he comes across a main conversation board of sorts. To the best I can read it, it says, Goal 1, gather materials, equipment, etc. Goal 2, build main base. Goal 3, enjoy it all until he comes back. Of course, they're not going to tell us who he is, but beneath that it says, how long do we have, would you say? And then in very faint text, we see 2 weeks maybe. So from this, we can assume that someone is coming back soon, and that seems to be a bad thing. But best case, it's nothing. Worst case, we could be looking at some sort of like stalker who keeps finding their way onto these people's Minecraft server. Cash certainly treats it like it's not important because he moves swiftly along to just raiding these bases for items, but all of the items available to him are A, glitched, and B, pretty much useless. Cash speaks to us for the first time and says, quote, they told me not to interfere with the world, but it seems like people already did. Well, this is helpful because it's clear Cash has had further correspondence with this watchdog thing. But the kicker here is Cash tells us that he doesn't even have a texture pack on right now and even shows us. So the fact that he's seeing these textures and these items being the way they are is very, very weird. Cash informs us that the watchdog people told him that the daylight cycle is tied to real life, meaning that wherever these players are, it's nighttime for them. And Cash says it's nighttime for him as well, so they might even be in the same time zone. Eventually though, Cash just decides to pillar up in the center of town and crank up his render distance to like watch over the area. Unfortunately, the second he does that, his PC starts to have an absolute crisis. Come on, Cash, showing up unprepared for the job? You didn't buy a fancy PC when you got hired? Come on. Well, Cash, I would love to canonically recommend you an Ironside PC. I recently received a PC from him, and not only can it tell he hears...
You have been clocked out. Thank you for your time.
All right, let's talk about this, I guess. That was a goat horn that is in the vanilla game. However, that's not something that can simply be done or...
Thank you so much for that raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is SpongeyBuns. I am a Space Demon VTuber reacting to a Minecraft video. I hope you guys have a good time. Thank you, thank you.
Without a player blowing into the horn. And as we can see, no one is online right after that noise is played, until we see a player join with just the username. Potentially, if Cash had been holding down tab when they did join, we might have been able to see like a player skin, but even that seems unknown. And I don't like unknowns. So let's start getting some knowns in here.
I'm scared.
Cash is back for another night shift, but this time when he logs on, that pillar he was on has been removed, so he just sort of... But once he respawns, he finds that his stuff is gone and a message is sent into the chat.
Please do not intrude into the server / defend blocks or items.
To which Cash responds,
Oh, mama. Thank you so much for the song. Thank you, thank
got
you.
him. That was so good. Cash does indeed try to tread a bit more lightly, and he heads back to the house with the enchantment table again. Cash starts looking through stuff, and by looking through stuff, I mean looking through stuff. He's going through chests, ripping through the bookshelves, and...
Oh.
A literal secret passageway in a bookshelf. Come on, it doesn't get much better than that. So Cash makes his way down and sees tunnels, seemingly man-made tunnels. Cash walks around through them and eventually finds another ladder that leads him up into a different one of the houses. So these tunnels essentially just connect each house together. It's finally at this point that Cash realizes the book he grabbed is a book and quill, and he reads,
"Don't listen to whatever he told you. It's probably lies. And if you are him, fuck you."
All right, some fighting
They
words for this
cussed?
alleged
They shouldn't
him.
do that.
But clearly, whatever this book is talking about is something that went down on this server, and what that is remains to be seen. But eventually, Cash makes his way over to this signboard again, and this time, all the signs seem to be gone. This confirms at least that someone has been on this world since he was last logged on. And I believe Cash realizes that too, because he decides to write a sign of his own. And he says,
Hello? Can anyone see this?
well, based off of that dark oak, no, I cannot. Jesus. He grabs some yellow dye so it's actually legible and then continues exploring. He finds another secret way into the tunnels, and then eventually he just freezes and goes AFK for a while. When he does come back eventually, he says, quote, sorry, I think there was a deer outside or something. He then decides he wants to check out the nether, and he gets a block so that he can get in there, and of course he gets disconnected. You can call it a coincidence. I'm gonna call it tactical nerfing. Now, this whole mention of seeing something in real life, I'm personally going to chalk up to paranoia for now. I mean, you're doing a night shift. This is the second night that Cash has presumably stayed up late, and I got
There's a
upstairs.
spooky deer on the fucking screen!
And I realized that in front of Cash, presumably,
Wait, we've watched
all
this
the
for 20
time,
minutes?
is a keyboard.
What?
So this is probably just a keyboard cipher where you take your keyboard and you shift all the letters one way or another. So if you do that with our lovely gibberish here, we get a YouTube link to an
I skipped a bunch?
unresponding. He leaves the book there, but he then decides he wants to check out. Cash is back for another night shift.
Thank you for your time.
All right, their name. Potentially, if Cash had been holding down tab when they did join, we might have been able to see like a player skin, and a message is sent into the chat. A literal secret passageway in a bookshelf. Come on,
bookshelf.
actually, he
We
just
saw this.
they'll get the book and maybe see the message, but we have to wait until he can get in there, and of course he gets disconnected. You can call it a coincidence. I'm gonna call it tactical nerfing. Now, this whole mention of seeing something in real life, I'm personally going to chalk up to paranoia for now.
Okay, we're
I
good.
mean, you're doing a night shift.
This is where we were.
the second night
Spooky
that
deer.
Cash has presumably stayed up late, and probably you're going to be pretty paranoid the entire time. So with that being said, let's move to this third shift where some stuff goes down. We log back on and we are immediately met with another message from the Watchdog protocol saying,
Please stop modifying the server. Your game mode has been updated.
and unfortunately, it's correct. Cash is no longer in survival, he's in adventure mode now, which means he can't place or break blocks, which sucks because he has received a response. It says, yes, but who are you? And Cash can't edit these signs anymore, so we don't know how Cash is going to be able to respond to, oh, yeah, that's smart, he can use the book. Cash writes into the book, hi, still me, my name is Cash, I was hired to watch over this server. Who are you? But Cash needs somewhere to put this book, and very smartly, he goes over to that bookshelf, assuming that if anyone else tries to use the secret passageway, they'll get the book and maybe see the message. But we have to wait until... And just like that, the book is gone. My heart dropped because I thought this Watchdog protocol like had taken the book or something, but after a little bit, the book returns. Cash opens it and it reads, you are what to watch over the server? Your typing is weird. It seems that when this person reads our text, it also has the weird X's. So Cash responds, someone hired
Why
me
would you
to watch
say
over
it
the server.
seems?
I'm
What do you
getting paid
mean
to
it
log on and play."
seems? Why do you
And then
assume
asks
that's what that
again,
means?
Who are you? He puts the book back, and then
That's a high
after a
Nazi.
bit, we get a response that says, I don't trust this, leave me alone. Cash tries to write back saying he's just as confused as they are, but after waiting a while, it's clear that this person has fully gone and isn't responding. He leaves the book there, but goes and tries to figure out some more information on anywhere this person could have gone. But this opens an interesting thing because typically in Minecraft, there's always some sort of tell for where a person is. If they've got invisibility potions, you see the bubbles. Even if you use a command to get rid of the bubbles, you can see like ground particles. But in all of these shots where the player should be here, there is nothing you can see of them. It is literally as though they are a ghost on this world. Cash is looking around in one of the other houses when he suddenly comes across a very well hidden barrel and it has a book inside. Now, unfortunately, it's unsigned. However, it does have some very interesting text.
I know he's real. I hear him behind me all the time. I can feel his eyes watching me. No one ever believes me, but I know it's real.
Dude, the cussing is
Another
fucking
classic,
scary.
oh, someone's watching me trope. I'm bored. Can I play Candy Crush on your phone? Anyway, as Cash looks around, he sees a weirdly placed button, and upon pressing it, it actually opens
What
a
the
secret
fuck was
door.
that?
But
I'm
right as he
interested in the
goes down
story.
it,
What do you mean you're
his game
bored?
crashes. A message pops up from him saying that this is pretty typical for his PC, and eventually he logs back in. And when he does, Cash tells us,
I gave my friend the server IP so he could log on and check this out with me. But when he tried to get on, it said he wasn't whitelisted. But I never sent that email my gamertag.
oh boy. So for those who don't know, whitelisting on Minecraft basically lets only
I know
select
what
gamer tags
whitelisting
to be
is.
allowed
I am
on
a
to
Minecraft
server.
gamer.
But you need to know the
What the
gamer tag in
hell?
order to do this. And according to Cash, he never sent these people his gamer tag. But somehow his player was whitelisted. This just confuses me further because the only person we've talked to on this server has no idea who Cash is. So they certainly wouldn't have whitelisted him to the server, right? And this world was also very clearly griefed, so if it had a whitelist the whole time, that couldn't happen. Anyway, Cash makes his way back over to
actually,
where he
it could
was
happen. It
and
happened to
drops
me on
back
stream,
down
remember?
into just the tunnels again. But
He'd
we see a
hack
very
in.
quick glimpse of like a passageway opening, and he makes his way over to it and tries to find whatever button or trigger just opened it, but there's nothing around. But Cash is actually a genius, and he tells us to hold on because he has an idea. And he comes back and shows us that he's downloaded an X-ray shader pack. He's realized
Cheater.
that if this is another redstone door, he can try to figure out where it's located and what the input to it is. And when he takes a look, we can see that there's a skulk sensor that seems to be what opens this door, but Cash, for the life of him, cannot trigger it. There's nothing I can see that says why this wouldn't work, and clearly someone just triggered the skulk sensor because the door opened. But
Cheater!
eventually Cash just takes a break from his computer.
Win more
and
hardcore
we see
Minecraft?
The screen go black again.
Do you guys
and
wanna start
Cash
another
basically
hardcore
explains that he
Minecraft
saw
server
something
later?
outside his window again, and he went to take a picture of it, and he shows it to us, and it is corrupted badly.
Oh, that's
Cash puts
scary.
up some arrows of like what we're supposed to be looking at, but the weirdest thing about this all to me is Cash never acknowledges that the image is
Yeah.
corrupted. Cash says there are often a lot of deer in his yard, so he just went back to playing. He is truly just walking down this hallway, and I don't know about y'all, but Cash's reflexes are insane. You can hear the skulk sensor go off, the door opens, and he's just barely able to make it inside before it shuts again. But inside where exactly? Cash turns around and is in this massive room.
Yeah, we're gonna
of
do a
sorts.
holiday server.
There's two sets of books at the end, and when Cash opens them, we are met with this monstrosity. And there are several like pages of these inside of the different books. Now, luckily, Cash shows it all to us, so I can give you a breakdown. Let's take a look at this first page, right? We can see that aside from all this gibberish, there seems to be a
I got you, chat. Is how is about either you now SCS row SL NWO Enderman row at with the Ithwell Odo Cow Odaway Sao Ow.
a
Got
lot
you.
of X's in here. Now, the X's are all over this server. So I think that this is so confusing because it's like two different encoding methods on
confused.
top of each other.
Wasn't
so
confused.
I'm
I
going
got
to
it.
ignore the X's and try to figure out what the original encoding process is. X's aside, all of these words end in OW. And now this rung a bell, but I didn't know why. And after some Googling, I realized it's because this is basically how Pig Latin works. In Pig Latin, you take a word, you rip off the first consonants, and you put it at the end, and then you add AY. I remember this because back in like grade school, kids would like make their own languages by just changing the AY to something else, and it would sound like a pretty distinct language. And in this case, they seem to have chosen OW as the ending sound. So if you take this text,
Yo, mama's
remove
language.
all the ows, we're actually closer to legible text. Then
Okay. This is a Askaba int x us oxy inks axenir eth on odek eder eth oxa oida s ow.
all we have to do is move any consonants from the end to the front. However, with so many X's in the mix, it makes it really hard to know when there's a consonant or not. So, to the best of my knowledge, what this says is, this is a basic sentence, so you can practice the new code. Remember that the code word is ow. I'm a way, iterale, genius gay. I'm a genius. Let's look at another page, shall we? If we remove the ows, shift consonants to the front, and fix the X's that are obvious, we read, do you actually believe him? I think he's a hacker that somehow keeps finding us or something. Now, upon initially reading this, I thought whoever is talking here was talking about Cash. It speaks about whether or not they want to believe him and how he keeps finding us. But this text is towards the beginning of the first book. So this maybe took place a while ago. And I think this because there's a page on the other book that reads like this. Hey, I just spoke with someone who seemed to be the same person who wrote on the signs. Says his name is Cash. Something was hired to watch over the server. If he's playing a trick on us, it's a weird trick to play. I don't know. Basically, this person is talking about
Genius
Cash,
gay.
and this is clearly whoever spoke with Cash prior. It literally
Genius
mentions
gay.
it by name. But this leaves into question who the book was talking about prior. It talks about he again, and that he keeps finding us. Now, to me, that could mean maybe they're hiding from like a stalker almost that keeps getting into their server.
The owner of the server is playing tricks on his players, and he's hiring people and fucking with them and hiring the people and making them quote unquote act like hackers. He clocks in, and then everyone's like, OMG, he keeps finding us. But really, it's the owner of the server, and he's
Going back to
a
Cash
little
on the
trickster,
server,
a
he
little
gets
clown,
kicked off
if you
pretty
will.
soon after, and it's clear that someone doesn't want him in there because when he logs on for his next shift, he is told that his location will be reset every minute. What does that mean? Well, basically, as he's wandering around, after a minute goes by, he is just teleported right back to the start. And Cash tries to continue looking around for new information or anyone to talk to, but with his location getting reset so often, he gives up
Fucking them.
and says that he's just gonna sit here and get paid, which is fair. And it's at that point that we see editor Cash come on back and says that he fell asleep while just sitting there on the server, which adds up. This man has stayed up so late, so many nights. But he tells us that when he looked back at the footage, he saw this happen. Cash says that he'll
Thank you
check
for the
that
biddies.
chest next time he logs on. But come on, is it ever that easy? Because Cash logs on again.
Oh. Oh, he can do it again. Oh, jeez. Oh, painting. Go inside the house.
Did you see that?
Nope.
When Cash walked inside, the textures all seemed to change.
Nuh-uh.
When he walks back out, right back to normal. It's clear Cash notices this, but all he has to say on the matter is wild. And then he continues to look around this house. For
Oh my God.
once, the chests actually have items, not some distorted, glitchy version of items. And there's furnaces, there's a bed. It truly seems to be a normal house. However, when he gets to this top floor, he's looking through chests and sees a painting. And when he checks it, there's a secret room behind it, covered in signs that seem to be like a journal of sorts. It's the first time we've seen signs that don't have X's all over them, and they read,
They promised me that I won't be left out again.
Oh my God.
They went to fight the dragon without me.
Still no wolf girl
They
at
said they thought I
Fortnite?
was
What?
alive. Swear I didn't show up in the tab menu. Yeah, right.
Cash mentions that he had people not showing up the tab menu earlier.
They helped me build my base some more. They just feel bad for me. I'm tired. Barely anyone is playing anymore. I don't know why I keep playing.
This is interesting, but also a little too on the nose. I feel as though we've seen so much information get distorted that the fact that that isn't makes me not want to trust it. But essentially what's happening here... Was this? That wasn't there before. Right? The answer, of course, is no. But Cash makes his way down this staircase, and we are met with signs in just all caps, screaming at us more or less.
Oh my God.
And we even have our X's that seem to have returned. I'll let you pause if you want to read any of this. It's mostly generic ooky spooky stuff, but the scary thing is...
I'm scared!
This is the first time on this server that we have heard movement of another player. And the weird thing is, we heard a door open, but all of the doors are exactly how Cash left them prior. Cash goes to return to that basement area and is immediately clocked out. This was a lot of information, and I want you to tuck everything you just saw in the back of your mind as I go into what comes next. Cash posted on...
What the heck? What the heck? Sevi! Thank you so much for the raid. OMG, heavy Sevi raid. Oh my goodness. Hello. Thank you, Sevi. I love Sevi. Thank you so much for the raid, Sevi. I really appreciate it. Hi, Spongy. OMG, you got partner? Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that. Oh wait. Sorry. You have a very similar name to my other Sevi friend. You're different Sevi. Different Sevi. I was like, no way. Can you imagine? Oh, look. That's so funny. It's my ASMR Oshi. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community, though. I really appreciate it. My name is SpongeyBuns. I'm a space demon VTuber. We're just doing a little bit of reaction, Andy, to a spooky Minecraft video. Oh my gosh. ASMR Oshi. No, definitely the other Sevi is not an ASMR Oshi. We had a long Silk Song stream today. Oh my goodness. I hope you're having a lot of fun with it. I originally wanted to get into Silk Song, but I wasn't able to pick it up because I wanted to finish Hollow Knight first, but I kept getting stuck. I'm too impatient. So, oh my goodness. I wish I could be better. It's so fun. I've seen it looks so cute, but hard. Yeah. Do you think it's harder than Hollow Knight? Or do you kind of like get into it? Silk Song never. I know. I wanted to get into it really bad. But yeah. It's way harder than Hollow Knight. Yeah, that's what I heard. The first Hollow Knight? Yeah. That's what I heard. I heard it's way harder, and I was having a really hard time with Hollow Knight. Never played it. Oh my goodness. Hollow Knight is the tutorial for Silk Song after all. Dude, so real. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. We're watching a spooky little Minecraft video. Spooky.
His community tab that he was able to get onto the normal server again and check that chest before he was immediately clocked out. But he took 2 screenshots of the 2 pages and they look like this. We read, "I'm going out on a limb and trusting you are who you say you are. But to be safe, you gotta solve this. The answer is right in front of you, then right."
Time to get some food and lurkies. Oh my goodness, have a good meal. Thank you so much for the raid and trust me with your community. Thank you.
Whoever did this is very smart because they pasted
and raiders,
it several
if you have
times
to, if you enjoyed your time with Sevi and you also have to head out, get some food, take care of yourself, I totally understand. But all those who stay and hang out, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
In front of Cash, presumably, all the time, is a keyboard. So this is probably just a keyboard cipher where you take your keyboard and you shift all the letters one way or another. So if you do that with our lovely gibberish here, we get a YouTube link to an unlisted video that is just a black screen, but with this audio.
It's honestly so stupid that I'm even doing this, but just in case you're a real person, somehow you should know what's going on. This is a Minecraft server where my friends and I play Minecraft on, and it's just normal until we started getting harassed by this guy, and he kept making his way onto our server to the point where we got a new one. Then he found that one, but no matter what we do, he won't leave us alone. Joe, one of my friends, thinks it's a literal ghost because we even tried banning his IP, but it didn't stop him.
A ghost?
Basically, around the time it started, one of my friends this whole thing. He convinced us that there's this thing called the God Watcher or
The God
something.
Watcher.
It was just a Bloody Mary knockoff. If you said the name 3 times, it would come. Yada yada. Anyway, you're not even gonna find this thing.
This is quite the interesting story, but I agree with whoever's speaking here. Odds are this God Watcher thing was just a prank made up by
Doesn't sound
a
very
friend. Why are the
convincing.
letters moving?
No. Watchdog.
Oh my god, guys, no way! Sorry, I'll take this seriously. Basically, the God Watcher is a entity that is on the Minecraft Entities Wiki, and it says, the God Watcher is an urban myth long lost to Minecraft versions gone by. It is rumored to be a spirit that chose to live in the digital world of Minecraft rather than pass on to the next life. The God Watcher implores the player to say its name 3 times while placing a poppy each time. This not only grants the God Watcher into your world, but also ties it to your player so that wherever you go, it may follow. However, there's a part that talks about the different things that this entity will do to players, and the one that stands out the most is how it says the most consistent occurrence is an increase in coal generation on every world the player joins. Earlier in these videos, I had noticed that in these tunnels, there was an impressive amount of coal in the walls, especially since if it were me, I would have mined all of that to get some torches or something. But now I'm starting to think that coal is there for a very different reason. And judging by the fact that this article talks about how it torments people and makes them see things that aren't there, I'm a bit worried about the future of our lovely Cash. The next video isn't Cash logging onto the server, but instead, it's him talking in a Google Doc with someone, and it appears to be that same mystery person who created that video. Based off the channel name before, I'm gonna call this person Riley, and Riley says that she's still really paranoid, and Cash says that's fine, I think you have a reason to be. Cash re-explains everything we know about this whole getting hired thing, but actually does mention that he has gotten paid from these people, that they sent him like $42. Cash asks Riley to tell him more.
They sent it
about
on
this
Venmo,
whole
then you
God
have a lot of
Watcher
information
thing.
on
And
them.
before Riley can respond, a notification pops up for Cash of a Ring doorbell. I don't know if this is important, but I'm legally obligated to tell you about it, so there it is. Riley once again pushes off the God Watcher thing, saying it was just a thing that her old friends made up on their first SMP, and Cash asks if they still have that server, and Riley says that they actually do. Cash logs on to this very distorted Minecraft server. The last server doesn't even hold a
Damn, made me
torch to
look.
this
I don't
one
have
when
a
it
Ring
comes to the level
doorbell.
of messed up. And Cash is literally just looking around this server, checking chests, and trying to find anything of you.
Do you want to play a game? Hi, Sleepy. Go torn. Who's them? Oh, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, it's coming. Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, hell no. Dude, and Golden Freddy's gonna be in the fucking corner going, "Ah!" Caspi! 5 months of fun with Spongy, and thanks for the W content, always a chill time. Thank you, thank you.
5 months of fun with Spongy and chat. Spongy Wave, Spongy Cheer. Thanks for the W content. Always
Now,
a chill time.
whatever that
Spongy
was,
Heart.
I certainly didn't enjoy it, but it seems to be morning, and Cash actually goes back to that document he was talking to Riley on. And Riley says, I forgot the last time I played on this server was on my old account, so neither of us are whitelisted and can't get on. And Cash says, I was able to get on. I don't understand how this keeps happening. Cash is somehow once again whitelisted for a server he shouldn't be on. Cash goes back to playing on the server and exploring his way around, and he makes his way down one of the tunnels and finds this room, I guess, that didn't seem to be there before. And upon going inside, we see an area that has 3 spots and 3 poppies. Cash pulls out the document again, and we can see that Riley is just going crazy.
Seeing the little Minecraft guys like turn around though kind of took me out of it. I'm still in it. Okay, you're still in it. My bad.
Cash's next video is him playing on a seemingly brand new server when suddenly Riley joins. Cash walks over to her and says, hey, to which she says, Cash replies and says it's because he took care of the whole God Watcher thing. Cash says, well, you said it was tied to your friend's Minecraft account, right? Cash says, well, I moved it to mine. And Cash says because all he had to do was deactivate his account and buy a new one. And I didn't notice before, but his gamertag has changed from cashing checks to checks cashed. Cash goes on to explain that the quote God Watcher took care of the bill. Apparently $42 is just enough for a new Minecraft account and a large pizza.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was no coincidence that Cash was in the same time zone as the people who played on this server. He was one of the people that played on this server. That's why he was whitelisted on every server he joined. He wasn't the next person the God Watcher would torment, he was the current. It somehow convinced him that he was a whole other person trying to solve this mysterious server. All to remember just how wrong he was. The next day after this video was posted, Cash's profile picture changed to this image. And since I've edited this video, I went back to Riley's channel, and at some point, it was also changed to that same image. I have not been able to get into contact with either of them.
Dog. Okay, so what did we learn? What did we learn? I don't think we really learned anything. Yeah, beats me. I don't know. What did we learn? What did we learn? I think that... Okay. Dogs be watching. True. Dogs be watching. Dogs be watching. I learned how to summon the God Watcher. Oh, true. That I can no longer play Minecraft alone at night. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we learned that. Oh my goodness. They never tried saying its name 3 times. True! I'm okay. How she said that if he moved the like curse to his account and then bought a new account, that would have worked if he wasn't the original cursed one. But why not? So if he moved it to his account, but he had it all along, how does that not work? Is it because I don't get it. I don't get it. The God Watcher gets quirky at night. Aw, I'm reading the comments on it. So he got gaslight? Yeah, he got gaslit? That's gonna be me the next server. No, the next server that we're gonna do is Christmas and fun. We can't have like spooky. No spooky in Christmas. We didn't do a Halloween server. No Halloween server. Nightmare Before Christmas? No, no. Krampus Minecraft mod? I've never actually seen Krampus. Have you guys seen Krampus? I've never seen Krampus. Krampus good? He eats naughty children? Oh, then what's the problem with Krampus? What's the problem with Krampus? Hi Toaster, hi, how are you? OMG, chat. I met Toaster last night in VR chat, and they sound just like Vox from Hazbin Hotel.
Only 2 more
His
months
normal
until I have to
speaking
wait
voice
another
just sounds like
110.
Vox. OMG, Lamau. Yeah, we were talking, and my friend Titsy was like, you guys know Titsy. Titsy was like, OMG, this guy sounds just like Vox.
This angel is...
Titsy, the Vox guy. Yeah, real. I met this guy last night.
Admits it! She called the extermination to silence the sinners speaking out, empowering each other. You did it to keep us
I
down.
met this guy.
Well, we are not gonna be kept down anymore. Consider
I did
this
make
a
him quote Vox
declaration
lines.
of holy war. I've woken up the people to the lies you angels tell.
It's literally him, dude.
When we pay you a visit, we won't be bringing baskets. We'll be bringing decimation that'll put you in caskets. I'll show you what it means to be the motherfucking king of hell. 'Cause I'm the Führer.
Record some custom lines.
I am the
Oh, hell yeah, man.
of your consequence. I'm your omega. I'm the flood. I am the nightmare you made when you spilled our blood. So cower and hide. Find a rope you can swing from. Go say your goodbyes to...
But right here. Okay, I was talking about it earlier. I was like, I don't do the fucking Vox propaganda that he's hot. You know, I don't think he's hot. But sometimes. Sometimes.
To your kingdom!
Sometimes. Sometimes I see it. I'm part of that propaganda. You're gonna try to convince me that he's hot?
Huh?
He's a fucking TV. How is that hot? I don't know, because I agree with you. But then sometimes, you know, and, you know, sometimes it's not just about, like, the head, you know? It's about what's underneath the neck, you know? I don't know. sometimes I know. You know, sometimes I know. Sometimes it's about, like, the faces the TV makes. And the little sharp teeth. And I like sharp teeth.
Huh?
You know? Spudgy, if the demons are kind of like how they died, would I see a guy who had a lemon? It's because he's blue. I mean, not just that. But also, I'm pretty sure that the way that, like, the way that you look in Hazbin Hotel isn't about, like, the way that you died. It's about the way that you it's something that you hate about yourself. And so I'm pretty sure Vox has a TV head because he hates the way he died. He hates that he died with, like, you know. But, and then also, and so, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. And I think that, like, the reason why Vox and Alistair are, like, so similar in, like, the way that they died is because they both, like, they're, like, really similar, right? They're both, like, serial killers kind of thing, psychopaths, you know? And they have, like, a lot of, like, things, which is why they're, like, their looks are so similar. But for, like, Angel Dust, I think, like, part of the lore reason of, like, why he's, like, a spider is because he hates his legs, like a fucking, like a spider with long legs. I'm pretty sure that's why he's a spider, is because he hates his legs, and that's why he always covers his legs up, like, in all of his outfits. For the little lore heads out there. Maybe they hated poison. I mean, I'm sure everyone hates poison. Angel Dust isn't all that. Well, you're just not a monster fucker. You're just not a monster fucker. Yeah. LOL, monster fuckers unite. Yeah. That's what we're all about here. That's what we're all about here. I fucking love monsters. I love them. We? Bitch, you watch SpongeyBuns. What the fuck? I'm a monster girl. What do you mean, not? You don't agree. What the fuck you doing here? Yeah. What's happening here? What's up? You're a monster girl? Are you serious? Are you serious? Can we be honest? What's that emote? Yonky Splinky. Why is it just the bunny from... Why is it just the bunny from fucking... Pressure? Hello? How to become a furry in 3 days.
I'm so nervous. Oh my god, I'm getting hot. I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but let me explain. August of this year, my precious 18-year-old dog Hara finally kicked the bucket, which sent me into an emotional spiral the last 3 months. You're probably wondering, why are you trauma dumping right now? This has nothing to do with furries.
Yes, it does.
Because I was struggling a lot with health and depression, my therapist suggested doing a video differently in a new way, giving my drawing hand a break and also honoring my dog through art as well. So I decided maybe I'll make a furry suit of my dog and document the process. But
This actually seems unhealthy.
Honestly, the thought of me walking around looking like I was in my dog's taxidermy skin was kind of disturbing, so I decided to just design a Hono bread persona instead. One of my good friends mentioned a furry convention was happening in our area, and I thought, hello, perfect, this is it! This is my chance and more of a reason for me to do this. So I started doing some deep research on fursuits in the furry community, and learned that there are so much more types of fursuits than I knew about. Most people, when they think of furries, automatically think of the classic toony type of suits, which are great. But there's so much more! Kumono, kimono, semi-realistic, realistic, scalies, scullies, protogen, buggies. But the type I fell in love with the most was the kigurumis. Like, are they not insanely cute, majestic, pretty, and creative? And before the furries who hate on people who like kigus start commenting on my video with complaints,
Shut up! Just watch my video!
Anyways, I bought all my materials to make a kigu mask.
She
all
actually
by
made it
myself,
herself.
And bro, when I tell you I had no idea
Basketball.
what I was doing or what any of these materials were for, like, where? Where are all the tutorials online? Why are we gatekeeping? Release the files!
Mersuits? What's a mersuit?
Wait, pause. Before we continue, I found something dangerous for my free time. It's called DIDN. And yes, it is a ton of Spider Bear in Love discount. So is everything you need, you just need to put it together. Originally, I wanted to buy and commission a fursuit just to see how the process works, but there were two problems. One, the FurryCon was in 3 days. And two, I spent all my money that month to pay for my dog's at-home euthanasia. But can someone tell me how furries are so damn rich? Like, how are you guys affording this? All you furries dropping tens of thousands of dollars on this lifestyle? Please, tell me what you do for a job in the comments. I am so curious. Because you're either a rich Nepo baby, or you're my doctor who plays professional by day and Albert the Aardvark by night. Anyways, my only option at this time was to speedrun this kigu mask in 3 days.
Like a mermaid?
The first step was coming up with a design. At first, I wanted to try basing my design off on my dog again.
Why the fuck would
honestly,
I know that?
Her fur color was just like, what the where would I even, what is this even called? So I just opted to be myself as a cat. The whole concept of my overall design and outfit was to be
I thought it was a mermaid thing.
Interviewer kitty. I know, not the most creative, but I had 3 days, okay? As I was making this mask, I had so many questions. Like, how am I gonna breathe? How will I see? How do I not suffocate and die wearing a whole bodysuit under a dress shirt and a blazer? I will say the whole creation process itself was mostly pretty easy and straightforward. I just followed the video, burned myself a lot, and did the makeup. Doing the makeup was my favorite part. It was so satisfying and turned out so good. Like, look at that! I did that! For the lashes, I tried putting up tiny pieces of separate wig for each lash and spraying it with hairspray.
And doing this
and doing that.
Trying to mold it. And this process drove me insane. It took so long. I don't know what I was thinking. The eyelashes look busted in the end too. Like, bro, what the fuck is that? I pinned the hair to the foam helmet straps, glued everything down neatly, styled the hair in the best way I could, did a little this, did a little that, and boom! Furry Hono was born. The morning of the con, I prepared some innocent interview questions to ask real furries about the community. And again, I don't know what I was thinking. I have crippling social anxiety. Like, who do I think I am? A YouTuber? I was especially nervous because I know furries are already skeptical and on guard when it comes to interviews, and some unhappy weirdos apparently like to go to these cons to harass and bully them, which if you're one of those people, what the f is wrong with you? I also made sure to bring—
Dude, I saw this video of like this fucking like these two losers went to a fucking VTuber convention. They were just harassing VTuber fans, dude. Actually, so fucking lame. If that's you, you're a loser. You're lame. You're so boring. Holy fucking shit. I have never, like, worried about being so uninteresting of a person that my personality is that I have to go harass other people's fun. Because I can't be the type of content creator that can make good, funny content without relying on the need to be mean to other people. Anyways, that's my fucking take on harassment type of content creators, is that you just don't have the fucking capability to fucking be funny on your own, so you have to belittle other people to be funny.
The FurryCon essentials, according to Reddit: deodorant, scented hand sanitizer, and perfume. I was really anxious on the way there because we were already running kind of late, but once we arrived in the area, I saw furries in the wild! I got furries! I'm so excited!
Oh wait, her
Once
steering
we got
wheel
to
is
the
so cute.
Ontario Convention Center, we headed inside, got checked in with our badges, took some pictures, then decided it was time to find some furries to interview. To be completely honest, I practiced interviewing on my friends before actually interviewing other furries, and I'm
I
so
like the
sad
owl.
because the audio turned out so bad. It was my first time using these tiny little mics. I didn't know how sensitive they were, but I'm just grateful they let me get the practice in because your girl was awkward.
I love that. I agree.
One of the questions I had to ask everyone was, of course, what name does your persona go by?
Arlena.
You can call me Mom. My persona is my Skyzer. Yay.
My persona's name is Drackle.
Drackle?
Yeah. My persona's name is Merlin.
Blair?
Well, I go by Blair, but my persona's Merlin.
How did you come up with this very adorable design? Did you come up with it with yourself? Did you commission it?
I originally drew this character about 20 years ago, just pencil and paper.
20?
And after a lot of ups and downs in the fandom, I've kind of come back to my roots as a princess. So
Just me with a bunch of color pencils in high school. I really like blue and yellow. And big inspiration, I like planes. Yeah, it was partially me commissioning it from someone as well as helping and modify the designs and make the interface. So the person that made the design goes by Star now. Well, the idea was mine.
Oh my god, the
I had
microphone.
A close friend helped me brought them to
Sounds
life.
like a Burger
He
King
went to
mic.
3 different variations. This is the final form.
The character I have designed over the past about 12 years.
Whoa.
The scale suit I made over the course of a few months because every single scale you have to... Here, let me show you something.
Then you gotta sew it in?
If you look at the inside
Oh
of
my,
this...
it's a chain link!
Yes. So every single ring that you see there, you have to open and close with pliers.
No!
So...
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot are you?
Oh yeah, their voice a lot of them like put microphones like in the headset now to have like a speaker.
Oh my
like
god!
say it so it doesn't sound like a muffled sound.
I'm past 100.
Oh my god! I'm getting hot! Just... Oh my god!
I'm gonna be honest.
Wait, 100
I've
what?
been freezing this entire
No way!
morning. Yeah, I'm like really skinny, so it's like this is like perfect for me right now.
Okay, it is really air conditioned in here.
Yeah, they did a great job with
Thank
it. You
God.
know?
100 out of 10 hotness.
On a scale of
Whoa.
1 to 10 scale. I'm sorry. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot are you guys in your suits?
Like a 0? Because all the aluminum scales actually kind of act as a heat sink for me.
Because my head is full and not scales, I would say about like a 4. Honestly, probably like a 7.
A 7? Would you, for the rest of your life, rather only be able to communicate with kazoo noises or interpretive dance?
Interpretive dance?
Interpretive dance?
I think I go with interpretive dance because I think I can get a lot more.
I do the kazoo. I should get a kazoo! How do I not have a kazoo? Yo, real!
No, I'm not that good of a dancer.
Oh, really?
But I feel like
I thought all
You don't
furries
have
are
a
good
kazoo?
dancers.
I don't have a kazoo. Can someone suggest it on Throne and buy me a kazoo? Hello? I need a kazoo. I'll play the kazoo on stream all the time for you guys.
How would you communicate that you need to use the bathroom?
Hear me out? What?
Going up to people never got easier though.
Take
my
one
friend
from
warned me
Moopy?
that people
No.
would be hesitant to accept
Those are her
interviews, and
kazoos. I
understandably
want my
so,
own.
considering how rotten some people can be. When I went up to some people, it really felt like,
Hi, excuse me, your fursuit is really, adorable. Can I interview you? I promise, I'm not weird.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
They
sorry,
have
I'm
full of
sorry.
Moopy spit. I want Moopy to spit in my mouth and I'll gargle it back and forth and then I'll spit it on someone else.
at some point I got burnt out from interviewing. I initially wanted to do 10 interviews, but I had to stop at 8 because my social battery was gone. So TJ and I decided we'd stop here and just check out the dealer's den, aka the artist alley of furry cons. I ended off the con buying these funny stickers and cute hair accessories. I wish I could have bought more because there was just so much cute stuff. But unfortunately, I am broke. And I was starting to lose my sanity being in the mask for so long, so we decided to head home. I want to give a quick thank you to all the furries who gave me their time and allowed me to interview them. Thanks for being so cool. I hope you liked your goodie bag, and I'm so sorry for being gone for so long, you guys. Just a reminder in case you missed it, DL site is having a discount of up to 30% off, so make sure you get it before December 1st.
Fire.
Thank you.
Did you guys like the furry video? Did you guys like the furry video? I would love to go to a furry fucking convention, dude, but I don't know if there's any near me. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Are there any? I'm sure there are, actually. I'm sure there are. California furry conventions. Okay. In Cali, not a chance. Why not? There's 2. It's joke. What? There's only 2. There's only 2. There's one called the Golden State FurCon. Oh, dude. This shit looks like a joke. The picture for it is diabolical. Oh, hell no. I think it's better. I think it's like low-key better to like just go to a regular convention, to be fair. I think it would be better. Sammy, you're a furry? I had no idea. I heard that Sea-Dog did a video where it was like the entire history of China. Has anybody seen it? No? Fuck.
Yes.
I have anime for that. Hello? What do you fucking mean by that? I'm a furry. I've told you this before. My bad. Both these videos have 1 million views. Let me see how this one goes. Compilation?
Nuwa and Fushi, usually depicted as half-human, half-dragon spirit creatures, created humans out of clay as companions. The human extremely rapid expansion into Central Asia gave China its first.
Okay. The history of China.
Nuwa and Fushi, usually depicted as half-human, half-dragon spirit creatures, created humans out of clay as companions. The humans settled in the Yellow River and were ruled by the 5 good emperors, mythological figures who were peaceful and benevolent. But tragedy struck when the river flooded, devastating the land. Yu the engineer spent 13 long years building canals and locks to control the waters, earning his place as the land's king. He founded the Shah dynasty, China's first ruling family, and a structure of government that would remain unchanged for millennia.
Ah! Sorry, got loud.
In the words of John Green,
an open letter to the Shah dynasty. Dear Shah dynasty, why you gotta be so fictional?
Yeah, the Shah dynasty is largely considered mythological at this point, but may be intertwined with some real events, considering how much the later Chinese scholars wrote about them. Speaking of writing, the Chinese were really good at it. They developed their own famous pictograph-based system concurrently without any outside influences. But they looked a lot more like this than this. In any case, humans settled in the Yellow River Valley, forming numerous cultures which is collectively called the Yellow River Civilization. The myth of Yu the engineer likely began with this early civilization's attempts to control the flooding of the river. These settlers are what we now call the Han, although they didn't refer to themselves as that for at least a few centuries. They were surrounded by numerous other peoples to their south, north, and west. The first Chinese state to be supported by historical evidence is the Shang. The story goes that the Shang were one of the member states of the Shah dynasty and rose up to overthrow the last Shah emperor under their leader King Tang. Tang defeated the forces of the Shah during a storm at the Battle of Mingtao. The storm was seen as a sign that the spirits were blessing his overthrow of the dynasty. In 1046 BC, the Shang were overthrown by the Zhao, which is China's longest lasting dynasty. It is speculated that the name for China in the Mandarin language comes from this period. The Zhao ruled the kingdom under a quasi-feudal system, meaning that power was given to regional warlords, all of whom pledged fealty to the king. This means that the king's power depends on keeping the lords happy, which King Yu did not. He exiled his wife, whom he had married for political reasons, and the state she came from rose up in revolt. They deposed the king and installed his son Ping to the throne, but merely as a figurehead with no real authority, as regional warlords began crowning themselves kings over their own states. Chroniclers refer to this time as the period of spring and autumn. It doesn't translate well into English. Soon a rivalry would emerge among these states for control of all China, beginning the Warring States period, and a collapse of any centralized control. Warring became so fierce in fact that the local kings began building compacted earth fortifications on their mutual borders to deter invasions from rival states. Fighting ended in 221 BC when the Qin finally defeated the rest and unified China once more. The Qin dynasty didn't last very long, but they did have absolute authority. Agriculture and herding were regulated and everyone paid their taxes, but they did have a weird fear of books for some reason. The teachings of Confucius became very popular and his brand of philosophy began having huge impacts on Chinese society. In response to the growing power of the Xiongnu, the ancestors of the Mongols, Emperor Qin Shi Huang began joining parts of the Warring States' walls at strategic weak points in the border. This would be the first foundations of China's Great Wall. The walls continued to be expanded upon using hundreds and thousands of slave laborers and soldiers over successive centuries to protect the empire from various other nomadic raiders. Qin Shi Huang became deranged and senile in his old age and became obsessed with finding a cure for death to allow him to attain immortality. He traveled far and wide and spent a small fortune on alchemy, medicines,
He could see it
and
from
potions,
space?
one of which
Does
killed
that mean
him.
it's wide?
The succession of the emperor caused a crisis when the nobles attempted to crown his son and control him as a puppet, causing the
13,000
country to
miles.
erupt into a civil
Do you
war
think I
between
could
rival
walk it?
states. The Han state was victorious,
long
which
would it
began the
take?
rule of the Han dynasty, famous for inventing paper, which is apparently what people used to write
Like
things on.
forever.
During the Unification War, the rulers of the Yu state fled to the south in
Your life.
exile, where they set up their own kingdoms, the Nan Yu and the Min Yu, stretching all the way to modern Vietnam. The Han
You could
began a
see
period of
anything from
aggressive
space
foreign
with a
policy
good
under
enough
Emperor
telescope?
Wu, conquering both the
Do I have to bring the telescope to space? Like, what are you saying?
Yu kingdoms in the south and going
At
to
least
war
more
with
than
the
a day.
Xiongnu Confederation in the north, annexing vast amounts of the ethnic Turkic Tarim Basin. This extremely rapid expansion into Central Asia gave China its first contacts with the numerous nomadic tribes of the inner
Tell us,
steppes,
Space Demon.
attracting many merchants
My
to
eyes
the
are just
lucrative
really
corridor
good.
between east and west. It was the beginning of the
I'm not
Silk
paying
Road.
attention.
It was during the Han that China experienced its golden age. Great strides were made in developing art, culture, and science that would come to shape almost everything we know about Oriental culture today. A new religion making its way down the Silk Road began taking its own shape in the southwest. It is
Silk
known
Road?
to us as Buddhism.
Okay.
In the year 9, the Han dynasty was briefly interrupted by a usurper named Wang Mang, who seized power from the Han in an attempt to establish his own dynasty. And he would have been successful were it not for his reforms to distribute land equally among the populace. He lost his territories in the west and was deposed by a mob after only 13 years of rule. I guess nobody told him it was way too early for China's communist revolution. The Han eventually defeated the Xiongnu after generations of fighting and expanded their trade with the West. They eventually split into 3 rival kingdoms in 222 and briefly reunited under the Jin dynasty in 280, but the northern section rebelled
I've heard
against their
that
rule
word.
by the so-called 5 barbarians, which the southerners called the 16 kingdoms. But both the south and the north were unstable and changed ruling families too many times to name. The Sui came to power as successors to the Zhao state and unified China again in 589, while the Gokturks rose to power in the central steppes. The Tang succeeded the Sui and expanded the empire. They subjugated the Gokturks in the north, conquered the Koreans in Goryeo, and solidified their iron hold in southwest Asia. Tang China spread its influence over all the rest of Asia in China's second golden age. They were famous for introducing land reforms called the Fubing system, which is again a flirtatious experiment with communism. I can see where this is going. The reforms were albeit successful, and the economic boom allowed for the budget of a standing army. If you're thinking to yourself that all this prosperity is too good to be true, then you'd be right. In 906, China collapsed again due to the power of regional warlords. The Song managed to control the southern part of China, but the north remained ruled by Chinese-influenced nomads. The Jurchens, a fringe tribe in modern-day Manchuria, rebelled against their nomad rulers and soon conquered all the way down to northern China. They proclaimed the Jin dynasty and vied for power with the Song in the south. But as both kingdoms contended with each other, a new, powerful confederacy was brewing in the Mongolian steppes.
Oh, okay.
The Mongols were initially a squabbling band of nomadic herdsmen. They had distant links to the Xiongnu of the past and made their home on the Eurasian steppe. Their culture was deeply steeped in tradition and a religion that tied them to their land. But this was all to change with one man named Temujin, who history remembers as Genghis Khan, a man who would reform the Mongols from within and unite them into a powerful confederacy bound by blood and honor, and create a legal framework and exceptional social mobility. The Mongols under Genghis and his descendants founded the largest land empire in history and would have impacts on nearly every part of Asia and even Europe. The Mongols under Ögedei Khan would grow rapidly into a large organized empire. The land flourished in Mongol law and they financed their state through large-scale raids. The Chinese of the Jin and the Song dynasty were no match for the rapid horse-based warfare of the Mongols, whose entire strategy was based on lightning warfare. By 1271, Kublai Khan was crowned Great Khan and Emperor of all China, beginning the Huan dynasty. The Mongols brought with them their law, customs, and steppe traditions which blended with those of East Asia. Commerce and technology increased in the multi-ethnic empire, but it did not last very long. An inflation crisis due to the overissue of Mongol currency, as well as quite a few earthquakes, started to make the Chinese question whether heaven really wanted the Huan Mongols to rule, and soon an all-out revolt ensued, with Huanzhang driving the Mongols back to Central Asia and crowning himself the first Ming emperor. The last two dynasties of China were the Ming and the Qing. Both presided over China's early modern period and shared similarities in policy. 1. Isolationism. Both dynasties pursued aggressive self-defense measures amid quite a lot of xenophobia. This manifested in the cutting of funding to the navy to fund other projects such as the Great Wall. 2. Both had terrible mismanagement of money. Being unwilling to trade with foreign powers beyond the port of Canton led to an increased self-reliance and decreased sphere of influence. 3. Both failed to recognize the threat of foreign powers in their waters, all of whom would play a direct role in collapsing the dynastical system by the turn of the century. China's unwillingness to modernize and trade with the West would lead indirectly to the Opium Wars and the Taiping Rebellion by parties like the British, French, and Japanese, who had a vested interest in opening up China to trade and Christianity. This in turn would spark the Boxer Rebellion as a counter-revolt against foreign influence in China. The Qing had dealt with none of these problems well enough, and soon revolts were more common than peace. Critiques viewed the failure of the Qing as the century of humiliation. In 1912, the Qin collapsed, and China fractured into numerous pieces of independent states called cliques, also known as the Warlord era. China would need to unify, and to do that a republican movement under Sun Yat-sen allied with the communists under the CCP to fight the warlords on a united front. This went about as well as you would expect, with Kuomintang leader Chiang Kai-shek purging and executing communists en masse, breaking the fragile alliance. Soon, it was civil war, and the CCP were on the brink of annihilation. Were it not for a near miraculous retreat of thousands of kilometers under Mao Zedong, called the Long March. This incredible journey helped recruit new members, but the war had to be put on hold in 1932, when the Imperial Japanese Army invaded the Manchurian cliques, and were now at the doorstep of China proper. With the threat of the Japanese, the two sides formed a united second front. The Japanese army invaded China in 1937 after a fabricated Chinese skirmish at the Marco Polo Bridge in Beijing. The war was tragic for the Chinese, with the second highest casualties of the entire Second World War. Millions of civilians and soldiers lost their lives for a state that did not technically exist. The ill-prepared and badly led Chinese armies were no match for the strict discipline of the Japanese Imperial Army, with many blunders during the invasion. At one point, the Republican Army even accidentally drowning 500,000 people while flooding the Yellow River in an attempt to halt the Japanese advance. After a 3-month-long siege at Shanghai, the devastated Republican Army retreated to the capital at Nanking, which fell to the Japanese on the 13th of December.
An event you probably haven't heard about in the West known as the Rape of Nanking. The Japanese were so senselessly brutal to the Chinese that the Nazi ambassador was the voice of reason and is now celebrated as a hero in China. His letters and journals from the time tell of how up to 300,000 people were raped and murdered during the occupation. There were even contests to see which officers could behead 100 people with their swords in the fastest time. The results of which were printed in Japanese newspapers with the same tone that you would expect to see when reporting on a baseball game. Why has this event been mostly forgotten to history and in some cases flat out denied? When you're done here, head on over to my channel to find out.
Please be sure to check out Knowing Better's channel in the link below for more on how entrenched the events at Nanking became on the collective Chinese psyche.
Shameless plug.
Japan's war was
he's like plugged
stunningly
his buddy's
successful.
video, right?
However,
it's like
they
history
began losing a
videos.
lot of ground by 1945, since they were now fighting a four-front war. The stunning successes of the Communist Army and the failures of the Republican Army against the Japanese meant that the CCP was on much better footing in the minds of the people. The massive conflict had been an opportunity for Mao to prove his devotion to China, and millions flocked to his side. China's civil war resumed not long after, and with the help of the Soviet army in northern China, the tide turned in the CCP's favor. The Kuomintang's Republican Army were forced to retreat to the island of Taiwan, which still calls itself.
Okay, call me stupid. I don't know if this is genuinely stupid, but like in American schools and history and everything like that, like you don't learn any of this. None of this. All of this is new information to me. Very new information. And I feel a little shameful because of it, because it's like very much like a large part of the world and I know no information. The history of China. I know nothing about the history of China. I learned it in AP World History. Well, there you go. I didn't take that class. You gotta go into special ones to learn it. Yeah. Maybe I should have. I do find it interesting.
The Republic of China to this day. China was declared the People's Republic in 1949, with Mao named Supreme Chairman. He is infamous for the so-called necessary evils by which he ruled the mainland, both in terms of the starvation of millions of his own people during the Great Leap Forward, where industrialization caused a massive famine, and also the Cultural Revolution to dispose of old traditions and systems, resulting in the execution of thousands of dissidents. A controversial figure in both the West and the East, seen as both tyrant and liberator. China seemed like an ally of the Soviet Union during the Cold War, especially during their involvement in the Korean and Vietnam Wars against the West. But in reality, Sino-Soviet relations grew ever more antagonistic, reflecting their isolationist past. Much changed after Mao's death, and the government began to relinquish controls over the planned economy. However, the same year the Berlin Wall fell, when calls for democracy sparked protests in the Tiananmen Square, the Chinese government revealed to the world that they had not weakened and were not going to collapse like other socialist states, by firing on their own people. A more mixed economy of socialism and capitalism triumphed, and soon China's economy began to grow and industrialize at a rapid rate, becoming the first nation to surpass a population of 1 billion. Modern China experienced an even further modernization, becoming the world's manufacturing powerhouse for both low and high-quality products. However, even though economically China became more open, culturally they remained well and truly closed, with modern China being one of the most culturally isolated nations in the world. So much so that this video is illegal there.
Oh.
Ladrones, the island of thieves. This was the name given by the Spanish and the Portuguese to the area around Hong Kong, which was filled with pirates, crawling with miscreants and smugglers and all manner of barbary. The traders made deals with the imperial government in exchange for rooting out these pirates, and in doing so established favorable trade conditions with the Chinese, and a permanent settlement in Macau. The names of these pirates are still famous in the Pearl River Delta: Zhang Yi and his wife Madame Zheng, who ruled the pirate confederations and the enormous Red Flag fleet.
I heard there's a lot of pirates
Before
still
the
because
British
of all the
arrived,
trade
Hong
that
Kong
the
was
country
mostly a
does.
small fishing community and occasional haven for pirates. They had come to buy Chinese goods such as tea and porcelain, which was highly prized back in England. The conservative Chinese government, however, restricted trade with foreigners to the port of Canton, or Guangzhou, and local officials taxed imports at very high rates.
The idea of pirates is so cool. Like, I think pirates are so cool. Like the stories of them. But then when I found out like what modern pirates are, I'm like, man, that's not as cool as like big ships with a captain and cannons and shit. That's not. It's not fun anymore.
The bankrupt East India Trading Company soon found itself at a huge trade imbalance, buying highly priced Chinese goods with the only payment the Chinese would accept: silver. In an effort to correct this imbalance, the British began smuggling opium into Canton, which is the only thing the Chinese were interested in buying. This effectively reversed the trade imbalance and created an epidemic of opium
Yeah,
addicts.
modern pirates don't have
Things soon
battleships.
spiraled wildly out of control when the Chinese clamped down and destroyed British opium without compensation and cut off food supply to the traders in an effort to drive them away. So the British decided to leave. Just kidding, they stayed and were eventually attacked by Chinese ships on the island of Hong Kong. Now, I don't think the Chinese are aware that you just don't mess with the British Navy in the 19th century. The British sent in ships and soon won the so-called Opium War, and China was forced to hand over Hong Kong Island to the British, as well as abolish the Canton-style import taxes and open more trading ports. The first British institutions began showing up, mostly churches and missions to spread Christianity. When mainland China became embroiled in conflict, the British invaded Beijing in an attempt to force a handover of the Kowloon Peninsula to give Hong Kong Island a buffer zone. And then, in 1989, they leased the new territories surrounding the area for a period of 99 years, or as good as forever. As Hong Kong grew, it began heavily westernizing in education, government, and even culture. The differences between Hong Kong and China began growing as the mainland became more and more unstable. Hong Kong's defining moment came during the Second World War, in which it was invaded and occupied for 3 years by the Japanese. More than 1 million people fled or were deported by the Japanese, who ruled Hong Kong directly by the military. British rule was then re-established after the Japanese Empire was defeated, although it was now a shadow of its former glory. However, its saving grace came with the Chinese Civil War, after which many of the wealthy business owners fled the communists and took refuge in nearby Hong Kong. As the prosperity of a nearly unregulated capitalist society took hold, so too did inequality skyrocket, and hundreds of thousands flocked to the prosperous island, living in poverty and extremely dense living quarters. Fires and diseases were rampant. When the West blockaded trade with China for its support of North Korea in the Korean War, Hong Kong had to do a complete 180 on its economy. Hong Kong's wealthy white-collar elite turned to finance, consultancy, electronics, and manufacturing, which caused a huge boom in prosperity. Hong Kong became ridiculously wealthy in the next few decades and earned its nickname the Pearl of the Orient. In the 70s, it became much more progressive, with landmarks such as equal pay for men and women and social programs to subsidize education. Life expectancy rose and corruption fell. Uncertainty over Hong Kong's future began with the lead up to the lease expiry in 1997, in which China demanded not only the new territories but Hong Kong Island as well. At the negotiation table, Margaret Thatcher secured a deal on the One China, Two Systems policy, by which Hong Kong would remain largely self-governing for a 50-year handover period. So, as it remains today, Hong Kong is still largely independent, with its own economy, currency, passport, and is functionally a country for all intents and purposes. However, nobody really knows what will happen after the handover is completed in 2047.
That's soon. I didn't learn enough, chat. I didn't learn enough. I couldn't. If you were to give me a test right now, I would fail it. I would fail it. I sucked at that. I sucked at that one. I sucked at that one. She yearns for knowledge. I do. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Hi. Anyways, chat. Let me just add the fucking 18 plus sexual themes filter. Real quick. Filter, or whatever the fucking tag is. Anyways, we're gonna play a game. I bought this game over the weekend. And I was like trying to play it, but then I was like, wait, I'll save this for stream. So get ready for this game. We are gonna play... Momo Crash. Momo Crash. Momo Crash. It is an anime game. Nah! What? 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 What?
Seika.
What Gooner game?
準備はいいですか?
Is this the Thigh Rhythm game?
はい、スーパーシスター。
モモデニックが再び発生しました。世俗は太ももを求める魂が増え、救いを求める人々がたくさん溢れています。セイカ、あなたの力が必要なのです。
はい、それは承知しております、スーパーシスター。でも、私なんかに務まるでしょうか？幼い頃スーパーシスターに助けられて以来、教会で苦し、世俗を知らない私に。
それでも行くのです。あなたは私が鍛えた太もも戦士なのです。助けを求める人々を導き、世俗を救いなさい。
はい、聖火参ります。本当に私なんかに。
Spongy respectfully move. No. Anyways, let's game. Let's try hard first. Anyways. For that last one. I can't do it.
Would
I saw
you
someone
look
play
at
this
that
on Twitter.
maple
You
massage
can play it on
fish?
Twitch, right? You can play it on Twitch, right? Right?
頑張りますわ。
I don't know. It's a category, so yeah. Oh, Pia played it? Oh, I'm good. Yo, hit it. Hit it. What's the lore? There's a disease that took over the world, and it makes people into thigh zombies. These thigh zombies can't help themselves, and they must hunt down thighs and turn other people into thigh zombies. The world is fighting that disease by covering up their skin and wearing long skirts. That's all I know. Chat, type 1 if you're a thigh zombie. Type 2 if the disease hasn't gotten you. Uh-oh, there's a lot of zombies in chat. Full combo. What game is this asking for a friend? It's in the category! It's in the category! Momo crash. Yippee! Worldly temptations.
ロックとお酒
Rock and roll.
世俗とはなんと素晴らしいところなのでしょうかシスター一人よろしいでしょうかって営業してるわけありませんわよね。つい私としたことがこれは世俗の誘惑に負けてしまった私に対する主の試練なのですね。成果受けて立たせていただきます。
Fire. Look at her kick. Bam, bam. Oh shit. Icky germ. Chat, I'm having so much fun. this game is scratching something in my brain! And I'm happy! I don't know what it is! Anyways. I missed 4! I'm so bad. I did it! Yahoo! Huzzah! Oh wait, I just did it again. No. Back. The warrior's exhaustion. She's exhausted, chat. Gosh.
ちょこっとだけここで休憩させていただこうかしら。この建物の中なら人もいるし。
Thank you so much for the hype chat. Can we get it to a level 5? Can we get it to a level 5? Can we get a 5er? For Spongey's awesome taste in video games.
どうしてですの？これも種の試練だというのですか？さあ、こんなのやったらかかってこいや！ほら！成果参ります。
Oh shit. Hey, thank you for the follow.
素晴らしい。素晴らしい。あらあら、猫様。ごめんなさい。
I don't know why I can't get the beat. Your model's so pretty, OMG. Thank you!
素晴らしい。
Thank you, chat.
50カット。素晴らしい。あらあら。
5. Oops.
素晴らしい。猫様。猫様。
I sucked at that one. I sucked. If we fail, I'm gonna be so sad. I still got A.
世界の平和は私が守り
Thank goodness. You did such a good job. I did it! My trial, my mission.
次から次へと
You
キリ
need
が
to
ないで
stop
すわ。
going.
世俗とはなんと恐ろしいところ。おや、こんなところにダストボックス。ここに隠れてやり過ごすことができれば。私はもう戦う力なんてありません。ごめんなさい、スーパーシスター。あれれ、そこが抜けた？
Floor? What? There's a slide?
いたたたたですわ。
よくぞここが分かったな。さすがは太もも戦士。我がアジトの秘密の通路を見抜き、 ここへたどり着くとは。
あ、いえ、そういうわけでは。
そう、我こそが
Oh my god,
今
look
回
at
の
this
第二次
cigar.
モモデミックを引き起こしたフットモモン島の当
It's
主
the
であ
Goon
る。
Master.
やがて来るとは思っていたが、太もも戦士よ、いざ勝負。
主よ、これも試練だというのですね。いえ、これは宿命なのですね。私が太もも戦士であるがゆえの太もも戦士成果受けて立ちますわ。この太ももがある限り。
Swan Lake.
頑張りますわ。
Swan Lake. What he doesn't know is I fucking love Swan Lake. Oh shit. Shit. He might beat me. This would be a good exercise. Exercise for who? He's slapping all the buns away. Sometimes I get mixed up. Oh my god, I might have failed! How did I still get an A? I suck.
世界の平和は私が守りますわ。
I'm getting mixed up. Swag.
すべての魂は浄化いたしました。残るはあなただけ。フットモモン島の当主、どうかご覚悟を。
Oh.
当主いなくなってる。
He's gone.
私としたことが最後の最後で当主を逃がしてしまうなんて。私でも私すげえ。
Oh my god.
あれだけの魂を浄化させて当主を追い詰めることができた。
The big cheese.
すげえ。
Okay, switch character. Now we have to do her. Yahoo!
私の名前はヒカル。失踪したお姉ちゃんを探して町に来たら、なんとモモデミックが発生。町中にモモルスと魂が浮遊してて、鬱陶しいったりありゃしない。太もも戦士たちの存在。太もも戦士？そりゃあ。
Oh my god.
でも見よう見まねで魂を浄化させることに成功。危なかったね。大丈夫？
助かりました。ありがとう、お嬢さん。
お姉ちゃんって 救世主？もしかして私って才能あるのかな。時々魂を追いかけて太ももに寄ってきた猫ちゃんなんかも乗っけたりして、お姉ちゃん探しの旅を続けてるんだ。困ってる人を放っておいてお姉ちゃんに笑顔で会えるわけないよね。それに太もも戦士だったお姉ちゃんもきっとそうしてるはず。きっとお姉ちゃんもどこかで戦ってるんだよね。絶対見つけるからね、お姉ちゃん。
You need a thigh about. Hello? I like how all these are classical songs remixed because the fucking... You don't need like... Oh yeah. Yeah! Giddy up, cowboy! New cat. Oops. Yeah, I like how the songs are like those fucking like older songs that are like free to like, they're not DMCA-able because they've been like, you know, like the public rule about like copyright, that like if it gets old enough it gets circulated into like free use basically. Even follow. Was it the VTuber model or was it the game? Or was it my amazing personality? Public domain, yeah. That's like what all these songs are. Oh yeah. She's got a cramp. Oh, she's hungry. Yeah. Stuff yourself with me. Sis. She's run away. Clear the loot. Wait, this song is so like calm. It doesn't really fit. My least favorite map so far. Lobster, ain't no one done reading all that. What are you doing? Oops. Do you guys think the sister's gonna be the big bad, or do you think she's gonna find the other guy too again? Big sister bad. Yeah, that map was kind of dookie. That map wasn't too good. Here, let me move my VTuber model so I can bring my fucking... Here we go. She has the disease.
一緒にいて何が悪い？
お姉ちゃん、どうして？
そのお姉ちゃんと呼ぶのをやめてくれないか。気色が悪い。しかしお前、いい太ももしてるじゃないか。お前もこっち側に来ないか？
お姉ちゃん、私がお姉ちゃんの目を覚ましてあげる。
愚かな。目を覚ますのはお前の方だ。見せてみろ。貴様の太ももさばきを。
Air on the G string. I. honestly like zone out and I forget that there's other buttons to press. Oh my god. We defeated her sister. Yahoo!
なかなかやるじゃないか。
もうやめようよ。お姉ちゃんはきっとフットモモン島に操られてるだけなんだよね。
The art is pretty good.
お姉ちゃん、目を覚まして。
目を覚ます最初から目覚めてるさ、太もも愛にね。さあ本番はこれからさ
She is the big bad.
私、もう戦いたくない。戦いたくないよ、お姉ちゃん。このゴーグル本当に私にくれるの？ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
やめろ、やめろ。
So dramatic and
私を
sad.
お姉ちゃんと呼ぶのをやめろ。貴様のくだらないごたくはもう聞きたくない。最後まで私と戦え。
お姉ちゃん、私、お姉ちゃんのこと絶対取り戻すからね。この太ももで。
Awesome. Good night, chattels. Good night. Oh my god, it's a slow song. I'm gonna lose my mind. Yawn. The hell am I looking at? Here. Playing a game. It's a rhythm game, you know? Damn, I hate this. Oh yeah. He defeated her. I'm really good at this. I'm so good at it. Call me a thigh warrior. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you.
カル、すまなかったな、ヒカル。お姉ちゃん。
私が間違ってたみたいだ。ヒカルのおかげで自分の過ちに気づかされたよ。
ううん、もう大丈夫。全部大丈夫だから。
大きくなったな、ヒカル。
Which one do you guys like more? The blonde or the nun?
帰ろう。お姉ちゃん。
Oops. Now we have
不要
twin
不急の外
tails.
出を控え、感染者の魂に対する備えとして、このように太ももを隠す服装を心がけてください。
何よ何よ、みんな太もも隠すような格好しちゃってさ。
大変なことが起こりました。スタジオに魂が侵入しました。ご覧ください。このように私の太ももに滞留しています。繰り返しお伝えします。現在スタジオに魂がやってきて、私の太ももにまとわりついて。
ちょっと待ちなさい。私の名前はダイヤ。ロンバスジュエルのデザイナー兼経営者とは私のことよ。で、いつまで待たせるつもり？せっかく苦労して番組の枠を買って超ハイセンスな可愛い洋服しか売ってないロンバスジュエルの素晴らしさを世の中に知らしめる絶好のチャンスなのに。まああとまあまあ顔も可愛い方だし、美女デザイナーなんて言われちゃったりして。とにかくダイヤちゃんの出番を奪わないでちょうだい。おまけにマスコミがわけわかんないことを言うからロンバスジュエルの服が売れなくなるでしょうが、このダイヤちゃんが証明してあげるわ。太ももを隠す必要なんてないってことをね。つまり全人類ロンバスジュエルを着たらいいのよ。
I'm gonna do it on hard.
しょうがないわね。
I can do it. I missed. Oh my god. Okay. One, two, three, four. No! Saggy. It's the most important part. What the fuck is this game? It's a rhythm game. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Rhythm game.
どうかしらダイヤちゃんとロンバスジュエルの反響はまあ別に SNS の反応なんてどうでもいいんだけど、でもマスコミの力は絶大だし、もしかすると大バズりしてたりして。
Oh my god. TV hater. Oh, they don't like it? I don't. What does it say? Oh, they hate her.
何よ、このダイヤちゃんのハイセンスがなぜ世の中に伝わらないの？太ももを出す服の何が悪いのよ。分かってるわよ。これも全部。だー！ 部フットモモン島のせいじゃない。こうなったらフットモモン島の投資とやらとっちめて、ついでにそれを生配信してロンバスジュエルの素晴らしさを世間に、いや世界中に知らしめてやるんだから、待ってなさいよフットモモン島。
We could try it on... You want to do it on hard chat or normal to continue the story? I got an A. Gamer. I wonder if it's just the 3 stages and then the game. I mean, it's less than a $10 game. I wouldn't be surprised. And the art is already like enough to make it worth like the low price point.
ダイヤちゃんよ。フットモモンとアジト怪しいで検索して出てきた工場にやってきたら
That's not dangerous.
ビンゴでした。イエーイ。今からザークを蹴散らしてフットモモン島のボスをとっちめたいと思います。あれ？フットモモンととことんやってやろうじゃない。このダイヤちゃんが相手してあげるわ。しょうがないわね。
Normal on that one. Orange cat. Orange cat. Hi, Brycey. What in tarnation? Hello, Brycey. Hello, Brycey. What's wrong? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll keep doing my thing. Last one. Oh wait, there's one more after. I have no idea.
なんなのこれドロドロしてて気色悪
よくここまでたどり着いたな。
Why is it all gooey?
ここは新型モモルスの製造施設だ。お前の他にも2匹ネズミが紛れているようだ。
Oh my god.
仲間か。
はあマジ手柄取られないようにしないと。
まあいい。とにかくここで製造された新型モモルスを街にばらまき、人々の潜在的な太もも愛、つまり魂を分離させることで我々はモモデミックを引き起こすのだ。
ずいぶん詳しいじゃない。ってことはあんたがフットモモン島のボスね。
あ、違う。俺は新型モモルス製造主任だ。
ってことはつまりただの雑魚ってことじゃないのよ。長々無駄話に付き合わせんなこら。もうダイヤちゃんバッチギレよ。フットモモン島覚悟しなさい。しょうがないわね。
do wish it was its own music. It's my only gripe. Classical music just ain't it. We did it, chat. We did it. We beat that big bad. I think there's for all bosses on the end. Thank you, Kari. And then the god's name is this. What do you mean?
雑魚相手とはいえ、さすがにちょっと疲れてきたわね。そろそろ炎上も終わったかな。なんならダイヤちゃんの可愛さに世間が気づき始めた頃かな。もう、なんなのよ。こんなに頑張ってるのに報われないなんて。ああ、今度こそ正真正銘頭きたわ。バチギレ通り越してバチブチギレよ。この手で、いや、この太ももでフットモモンと闘志をぶちのめさないと気が済まないっつーの。今から謝ってきたって許さないんだから。たるんだ太もも洗って待ってなさーい。
Yeah. Oh, shit.
へえ、みんなそんなことがあったんだね。
チェ、私の他にも活躍してた人がいたなんて。ダイヤちゃんの存在感が薄くなるじゃない。まさかたまたま隠れ、いえ、潜入した場所がアジトだったなんて。とにかくこれで一件落着ね。ですが、全ての魂やモモルスを浄化できたわけではありません。まだまだ私たちの力を必要としている方々がたくさん待っていますわ。
Purified. Okay.
もうひと踏ん張りしないとだね。
Okay.
どうもも戦士の諸君、戦いはまだ。
Oh my god.
これからだ。
なんですの？
Oh my god.
さあモモルスたちよ、このフットモモン島同士の体に集え。モモを愛する魂の究極の姿を見せつけるのだ。
いよいよボスのお出ましだね。ねえみんな、なんかよくわかんないけど3人の太ももを合わせてみない？すっごいことが起こる気がする。
へえ、なんかエモくて面白そうじゃん。いいわ、やってみようじゃない。お二人とも何をおっしゃってるのか全く意味が。よくわかんないけどやるしかねー。せーの。
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
鳥に太もも
Awesome. Dude, the classical song for the last one.
太もも戦士よ、いざ勝負。
フットモモン島投手、覚悟しなさい。ダイヤちゃんがぶちのめしてやるんだから。ファビュラス。
Kat, who's your favorite girl?
私が守りますわ。
先ほどフットモモン島当主とみられる男性が路上で倒れているところを発見されました。現在は警察により身柄を拘束されており、近く事情聴取が始まる見込みです。さて本日はフットモモン島当主
I like the girl in the middle. I like her little cat hood.
急遽
She is
国際モモルス学者の
she has heterophobia.
吉野桃子教授とリモートでおつなぎしております。吉野教授、今回の急転直下の逮捕劇をどうご覧になりましたか？
こんなに早く解決できたのは絶対太もも選手たちのおかげとしか考えられないんだけど、多分この間の私の呼びかけをスーパーシスターが見てたからだと思うんだけど、今日も見てるかな？スーパーシスター、今日も見てるかな？元気かな？スーパーシスター元気かな？
スーパーシスターと太もも戦士またしても我々の前に立ちはだかるというのか。
やはりフットモモン島などという夫の雑魚じゃ相手にならなかったようだね。
いつまでもいい気になるなよ、太もも戦士。
Heterophobia.
スーパーシスター、本日もお勤め行ってまいります。
これであなたたちもようやく一人前の太もも戦士の仲間入りですね。
皆さん、準備はお済みですか？それはこっちのセリフよ。ダイヤちゃん待ちくたびれちゃったっつーの。
ヒカルも準備 OK だよ。
では皆さん、行きますわよ。
Thank you so much for the
太もも
follow.
戦士出動。
フットモモン島の壊滅によりモモルスの脅威から解き放たれたかに思われた人類だったが、新たなるモモルスが我々人類を襲う。
Game of the year.
裏でフットモモン
When
島を
will they
操
add
って
Spongy to the
いた
game?
謎の集団
That's what I was thinking the entire time. I was like, how easy is this to code? Can I get one of my coding friends to quickly make this? I'll have someone draw the thighs of the art.
果たして太もも戦士たちに待ち受ける運命とは？次回見知らぬ太もも。さて次回もサービスするんだけど。
スクータゲームス。
モモットクラッシュ。
So is there more? Okay, no. 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 Literally no idea. Oh. Just art? Well, that was awesome. We beat it, chat. We beat it. What do you guys think? Game of the year or what? Alrighty. Whoa. Thank you so much for the horsies. Thank you for the horsies. We're gonna go ahead and raid unless I get 50 gifted subs right now. We're gonna go ahead and raid someone. I will play one song. What song? Oh, hell yeah. Are you guys glad I'm back? Are you guys glad I'm back? I'm happy to be back. think about it. Cotton's so fucking good, dude. I'm so excited to work on more music. It's not fair. What isn't fair? I know. Yes, Cotton. It's not fair, her? What do you mean? Yippee! Alright, chat, let's go ahead and find someone to raid. My music's gone forever. It's gone forever. La 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 la. Chat, who do you want to raid today? Who do you want to raid? Wait. Wait. Who do you want to raid? Meow. Let's raid Coco. You're right. Raid Coco Nuts. Bye, chat. Bye, chat. Bye. I see you later, chat. Okay?
Ooh, Spongy!
Ah! Bye, chat. Bye. What the fuck? What? Ah!
Don't you tell me that it wasn't meant to be. Call it quits, call it destiny. Just because it won't come easily doesn't mean we should.